Good morning, jewellery makers. How are you? Lovely to be back with you this weekend. My name is Elena and you're watching Jewellery Maker. We've just been admiring Jenny. Didn't she look fabulous then on the Late Show last night? Well, she always does, to be fair. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous, our Jen. A vision in coral pink. You've got to love her, haven't you? Now, we've got so much to bring you today. Now, very last minute, but an absolute delight for me. I am joined by the one, the only, the binding. Hello, Laura. How are you, my honey?
I'm good. Hi.
Oh, bless you. See, I give you all this big up, and you're all coy.
I never know how to deal with it.
You don't? You don't know? Oh.
I don't. I just get embarrassed. Yeah.
Oh, bless you. You look lovely.
Oh, thank you.
You look really... I love your dress, by the way, today. Doesn't she look sweet? Any text messages for Laura? Because obviously you found out about today's show, what, last night?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday. So, any text messages for Laura? Maybe, is there anything that you wanted to demonstrate? Is there any questions that you have? It's going to be very interactive this morning. So lots and lots and lots of messages, if you please. You can do that via 60777. Start your text with JM Studios, so obviously it can be directed to us here. We'd love to hear from you. Guess what? We've also got clearance starting today at 9 AM. So lots to bring you. Grab yourself a bargain. Lots of incredible deals. We're clearing the vault all ready for the spring and summer collection. So lots of opportunities, and let's just say on my schedule that we print off and we prepare for every show with, I've got lots of minus figures. Lots and lots of minus figures. That's a really good thing for you, by the way. So make sure you do stay tuned. Now, we're going to kick off with a brand new charm. And I feel it only right, only appropriate. I have had the crew saying, right, do you all know the song? You all know it? Are we ready? Laura? You're the one I think is least likely to join in on this one. But I need you because you've got a microphone.
I know, that's the thing, that's the reason I'm listening.
Otherwise, everybody at home is just going to hear me. I want harmonising, X Factor, the voice styly. Are we ready, guys? Where's Amelia? Where's Amelia?
Amelia, come and stand by me. Amelia, come and stand by me.
Right,
so
right.
You can have
Amelia,
my mic.
Amelia. Yeah. If you go by Laura Binding,
by me, so you can have my mic.
Because then you can share.
With me.
But you have to
Brand new. You know what we're going to sing. Are we ready? All together now. A wimbo way, a wimbo way, a wimbo way, a wimbo way, a wimbo way. The lighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle. Right, Kim's going, right, Elle, enough. Okay, I love it. I love it. Why were we singing it? What do you mean, why were we singing it, Ryan? Look at this little chappy. I don't know if we're allowed to sing songs like that on air, actually. Brand new. Look at him. It is Simba, isn't it? It looks like Simba. He's adorable. And he's actually domed as well. Can you see? Three-dimensional. Who's... Can you feel the love tonight, we're being asked? The circle of life. I can't see who's asking me that, though. Oh, it's the boss. I've been busted. I've been busted by the boss. Hakuna Matata, absolutely. All of the above. Isn't he adorable? Already loads of you there. It's just, you know, he sparks a little bit of fun, doesn't he? Beautiful. And substantial amount of sterling silver. Look at that lovely lustre. You know, yeah, substantial gram weight. I love the little smile on his face. He's quite cheeky, isn't he? He's quite cheeky. Just thinking about this as maybe even a pendant, because it is so substantial. I will give it a little measure for you. Well, you've got it there on your graphics, 34 by 23 millimetres. So it's really substantial. Never seen anything like it before at Jewellery Maker. And I love the fact that this little lion charm, it is very sort of Lion King, I suppose, because you've got that kind of etching that you kind of imagine to be on the sides of cave walls or something like that, with his beautiful mane. And again, I'm turning him round so you can actually see the shape, the curve that is actually coming with him, across his face. And of course, 925 sterling silver stamped. I've never seen anything like this before, and I know that we do bring you charms here at Jewellery Maker, but even so, this one is unique. Really, really unique. With the 925 lobster claw, of course, meaning you can attach it not just to your charm bracelets, but to any piece of jewellery. Whether it be a sterling silver chain, whether it be shepherd hook earrings if you wanted, because he is, like I said, take that off, you got the jump ring there, just have a perfect pair of earrings if you multi-bought. I love this. I'm thinking teaming it with some sort of striped agate, you know the cappuccino agates that we've got, they look quite tribal, don't they?
Yeah, definitely.
These would be incredible next to that.
You could do the focal, couldn't you? So you could have the larger sort of trapezoid ones.
Yes.
And you could have that as a sort of drop charm, or just have a couple of them and one of those in the centre, the charm in the centre. What would
you do with this, Laura?
Again, it's something that I think you would keep simple, even if you just got a sterling silver chain and just had it as a necklace.
As the pendant itself. Any Leos out there? Then this would be really appropriate for you. Leos are independent, but do need something to enthrall them. Oh, control them. Not enthrall. Oh, and get this. Colin's saying, and also somebody to admire them. Well, I think everybody needs that. I think everybody needs someone to admire them, don't they? And they prefer not to be alone. Oh.
Oh.
Well, Elizabeth in Buckinghamshire, you've got two. Well done. I think everybody would prefer not to be alone, especially with this little chappy on your wrist or your neckline, whichever. It's got a lovely facial expression. Coming your way, brand new introductory deal. Already lots of you choosing to multi-buy. Yeah, he is a big feature. I'm just thinking with a lovely maxi dress in the summer, all of that liquid lustre across the curvature of his body and his lovely facial features. Coming your way this morning at £14.95. Now, I can say the obvious. I can do the direct comparisons. I'm not going to, because I think you already know which ones and which establishments that we could refer to, but for quality, solid 925 sterling silver with all of the detail that you've got here, you know, even the texturing of his mane, incredible. And it's not just a flat charm, which I think many establishments would bring it to you at. He's actually got the added sterling silver and the added luxury on the back as well. Very limited in stock already. Good morning to you, jewellery makers. Aren't you glad you got up nice and early? I sure am. And did you enjoy our singing? I apologise, I'm a dreadful singer. That should never ever happen. Now, if you've got that quality, you want to maintain that beauty, prevention is better than cure. That's the best thing that I can ever say when it comes to our anti-tarnish strips. In your jewellery box, in your storages of your sterling silver findings, well, any of your precious metals for that matter. If you're going on to sell your pieces of jewellery, this just to me indicates that, you know, you are a luxury brand. If you're gifting your jewellery, similarly, this is exactly what I would be including. Now, they always fly. We've got 100 of these in stock, so you might think that's a substantial quantity. It's actually not. Let me tilt that back, because it is regarded as the best in terms of its silver guard and its prevention. I'll read what it's actually got on the back for you so you know. Silver guard is a high-quality Japanese paper. Its function in a way of reducing the moisture level, lowering the active emissions of oxygen and removing the unlikely smell. It does contain tourmaline and zeolite, which is preliminarily serving to break down and destroy the moisture, ammonia and bacteria in the air. So, a little bit of a tip with this. This is everything you're getting, 50 pieces by the way, which can easily be cut down. What I actually do with mine is cut it into 4. So you only need a tiny piece. You don't need to actually have the whole size within one packaging. I've had pieces of jewellery which I use with this, which have never, ever needed any cleaning whatsoever. Similarly, I've got pieces of jewellery which, before I actually bought this product, I have to clean every single time I want to wear it. Prevention is better than cure. Do you see what I mean? Because once you go into actually cleaning a piece of jewellery, or maybe some of your findings, unfortunately, it's going to need to keep being clean from thereafter. We've got FIFA reviews to share with you on this wonderful project as well. Have waited a long time to get, says Surrey. Absolutely, and it does sell out. That's what I said earlier on. 100 is never a huge quantity for us here at Jewellery Maker. First class product, Kent says, and I totally concur with that. Laura, I'm sure you make some very bespoke and high-end pieces of jewellery. Again, this is an essential, isn't it, for anybody that has wants to maintain their reputation, and wants to preserve the beauty and the longevity of the pieces of jewellery that you actually create. It's professionalism, isn't it?
Yeah, and you say about you can clean it, and you can get products and you can clean this sterling silver. However, there are certain gemstones that cannot be put in that product.
Absolutely.
Such as your pearls or your turquoise. Absolutely. Or anything that's potentially porous. So it then becomes a lot more difficult to keep it clean. So if you've got it maintaining it and stopping that tarnishing, straight away you don't have to worry about that factor.
Absolutely, and that's a really good point that Laura's just made. Loads of you with us this morning. I'm not surprised that it is already flying. Lots of you choosing to multi-buy. Again, with all your storage containers of your findings, even when they're not actually completed pieces of jewellery, just one of these popped within the bag, and you're good. You've got it there preserved for years. £5.95. That's, as I said, 50 in a pack, but I personally cut them into 4. Do you do the same?
Yeah, keep them smaller, but also it means you can, if you do sell a high-end piece, you can pop a little piece in there and say, bit of advice, giving aftercare advice, and just say, look, I've popped in a little anti-tarnish sheet for you, just to keep it with that, and that will help prevent it tarnishing. Absolutely. And it looks good on your reputation then as well.
It does. And like I said, my own jewellery box, I've got one of those wooden jewellery boxes, and I've just got one of these in there, and it's only one of the tiny sections, and in that specific jewellery box, I don't clean any of my jewellery. I might give it a little swill out with water with a soft brush, but I don't have to do that silver dipping process, like Laura said, which can be actually very, very harmful to certain gemstones, which even, what we don't realise, if you think about maybe a pearl pendant and you're holding onto the pearl, so submerging the sterling silver rather than the gemstone itself, you've got to be very careful that it doesn't actually climb up to the precious gemstone, because it is very, very, very fragile, I suppose. Well done, £5.95 only. Lots of you multi-buying. Congratulations, and do stay where you are. You have been successful. So delighted to be with you this morning, because we've got so much to bring you. Clearance coming up at 9 o'clock. Designer inspiration with the wonderful Laura Binding. And guess what? We've got a star buy, which is without shadow of a doubt one of the most seducing of all strands, that is your black pearls. 2016 is very much a year, not just for pearls, but in particular your pearls which have got character. I'm talking about your Baroques, your Keshis and your Biwas. With a Biwa pearl, and the only difference between a Biwa and a Keshi, that was a question that I asked the other day, is merely the location. But in terms of how they look, they are so incredibly recognisable. Curves, crevices, angles, areas across the gemstone which will actually contain and capture that light and reflect all the quality of pearlescence that you can acquire. Believe me, you're going to see in its droves. Now, these are some of the biggest Biwa pearls that I have seen in stock here at Jewellery Maker for an absolute age, because, like I said, 2016 is very much about your characterful, your textured pearls. So they will always, always fly, and they do here at Jewellery Maker. It's funny, actually, I was looking at our Facebook page the other day, and I'd noticed a customer had put on there saying, listen, I've got pearls, because we are fortunate enough to have very strong connections in the pearl industry, and we do bring you amazing quality pearls. And she was saying that, a star buy, I forget, forgive me, I forget who it was in person, but, I've seen pearls with the rounds or the potatoes. I want to have the Biwa, the Keshi and the Baroque pearls, and it made me smile in actual facts. I thought, yeah, us too. These are very, very, very much sought after. Our buying team desperately trying to get hold of them, but the reality is our stock levels will never ever meet the demand. Don't you think it's wonderful as well when we look at the splendour of this and beauty of this strand? Don't you think it's wonderful that we appreciate that this gorgeous gemstone is formed within a mollusk, and the sheer volume, the sheer size, the length, the width, the dimensions of these Biwa pearls have been grown progressively within that mollusk, forming these incredible characteristics, these wonderful curves and crevices, all of these beautiful, beautiful colours. Now, whilst our graphics are saying they are black pearls, which they obviously are, the benefits, or the benefit with this beautiful strand is that you've also got an abundance of pearlescence. So it's not merely a black. You have got secondary tones coming through of greens, of blues, of pinks, of yellows as the light cascades across every single one of those lovely ripples. These are drilled through the top, so they can be suspended or alternatively elevated if you love making your tiaras or even your, I don't know, fascinators, something like that. These can really be appreciated and elevated to show off all of their gorgeous splendor. But this is why they are so sought after, because they are characterful, they are unique. They're not trying to be the perfect round, which I know that the majority, probably 99% of the Jewellery Maker family actually already own. And yes, we'll continue to bring them because we all love them, myself absolutely included. But this is something a little bit individual, a little bit more characterful, I suppose, than a classic plain round. Look at those gorgeous colours. It's a little bit like oil on water, where you can see those spectrums colliding and cascading around one another like a chromatic shift of an amylite. Now, it's coming your way, and already lots of you are choosing to multi-buy. Already lots of you are getting involved in making those confirmations. I'm not in the least bit surprised. These are some of the largest and most substantial bee-wool pearls that I've seen in I don't know how long. Yet, I absolutely know for certain there's not going to be nearly enough to go around, even at this time in the morning. But even though some people might be on the school run right now, they're bee-wool pearls. I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I've brought you bee-wool pearls in this year entirely, probably going back beyond that 6 months more than likely. 26 by 8 millimeters to me is a pendant size. That may be on some of your precious findings, whether they be sterling silver, whether they be gold. Would, in most retailers, and speaking from personal experience, having worked in jewellery establishments for many years prior to coming here to Jewellery Maker, I would absolutely expect these to be retailing at in considered price points. You know better though, Jewellery Maker families. You know that, again, through our connections, that we can source some of the finest, and we can also negotiate some of the best possible deals. Are you ready? This star buy is $16.95. Now I'm going to ask the question, as I always do. You know, I think it's becoming a little bit of a catchphrase. Where else in the world do you know will get the quality at anywhere near these prices? $16.95 only for individual pendants. I mean, I'm thinking straight away, Laura, that if you just took one of these, maybe did a beautiful bail, some of your wonderful wire wrapping at the top, and suspended it from sterling silver or gold, don't you think that, you know, this could be, what, a three-figured piece of jewellery? Just one?
Just one, because it's got that elegance to it, hasn't it? And it's got that unusualness, I think, because of that colourway across it. It's like, it has got that oil look.
It has,
and I love that. And
it's like, you know, I'm not saying these are Tahitian pearls, because Tahitian pearls are formed like in French Polynesia, but a Tahitian pearl is famed and celebrated for that incredible peacock colour, where you've got that black and sort of aubergine tones, those beautiful greens. We're going to recap this a little bit later on, stock permitting. Well done to those of you that have already been successful. Absolutely fabulous. You could really create something amazing around the décolletage, couldn't you? Okay, it's time for your first designer inspiration, a wonderful kit with the beautiful Laura binding. Now, for those of you that love their Eslon, I'm about to bring you lovely colours. Now, obviously, because Laura Binding stepped in, sorry, I don't know why I'm calling you by your full name, Laura. It's very formal, isn't it? Sorry. Because Laura actually stepped in last minute. We're challenging Laura. And you were given this kit at 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, about 5:02, yeah.
But I'm just noticing, I love the fact that, Laura, you're stepping outside your comfort zone, my darling, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm cheating a little bit. There is wire there, but it's, yeah.
She's doing a bit of macrame, but we'll get to that in a second. I love that. So our guest, that's why our guest designers are guest designers, because they're not afraid to push themselves, to challenge themselves. Now, new colours. I love these colours. We're going to bring the original price on your screen. That's if you were to buy it individually off our own website. However, the benefits of our kit not is that we offer you the inspiration, but also we bring you an incredible deal. Show you the Eslon first. One of our most popular products that we sell here at Jewellery Maker, because it does really stretch over so many different mediums and techniques, whether it it be your pearl knotting. For example, some of these colours look amazing with those beadwork pearls that you've just seen. Are you thinking the same, Laura?
Yeah, definitely, and it's a really beautiful, obviously I'm working with it now, it's really got a beautiful feel to it.
Yeah, it's a lovely texture.
Yeah.
Favoured by a lot of pearl jewellery makers because of that lovely texture. And of course, when you knot pearls, it has got that protective ability also. Look at this gorgeous coral. I'm loving that, next to the aqua blue. What you might be noticing as well is just on the end here, this is my your 0.9 rather gauge, and these are your 0.4. Now, obviously, you can use all for different texture mediums like your macrame, your kumihimo, your knotting, as we were saying. Your 0.9 might not necessarily go through the pearls that I've just referred to. These more than likely will. But this will create structure and designs a lot faster, I suppose, because of the dimensions and the actual thread. Saying that, of course, it can actually be separated. Now, lovely, beautiful colours here, from the chocolate to the coral. I love those next to one another. And simply just braid it, and it creates such a fabulous multicoloured hue. Fringing is all the rage right now. Tassels are all the rage right now. You know, multicolours, especially the pastel hues like this, are all the rage right now. I mean, you have got the Pantone hues within, so the pinkies and the blue, which is absolutely perfect. But I'm talking about the Eslons, but you've got so much more as well. The Kumihimo pack, which is your rose gold. I think it had to be rose gold, don't you? Rose gold with this palette. You're getting 3 in a pack, and they do include your bell caps and also the connectors as well. Now, if you're thinking, well, I'm not a kumihimo worker, I'm not a macrame worker, these are fabulous connectors. All you need is some really strong glue, which you can purchase from us again on our website here at Jewellery Maker, and it really does give that professional finish. Look at everything that you're getting, from your toggles to your bell caps to your connectors to your oval jump rings as well. I love an oval jump ring, and I know this might sound a little bit over enthusiastic for a jump ring, but there are lots of benefits when it comes to an oval jump ring. If we take earrings, for example, putting an oval jump ring there, have you ever noticed that sometimes when you wear a pair of earrings they turn? So the main, I don't know, feature, design, I suppose, is pointing in the wrong direction. With an oval jump ring, it will actually direct that piece. I'm right in saying that. Do you agree? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, because it will turn itself around, so it would also add a tiny little bit of length to your piece as well.
Yeah, absolutely, it does. So I love. And also I know Fleur does actually favour them as design features in her chainmail. But look at this selection of stunning gemstones. From your labradite to your gorgeous apatite. What a combination. Labradite next to apatite really works, because look how it really encourages those blues out of this stunning gemstone. Sky blue apatite, 30 carats here, and they are in plain rounds, which go from ever so slight graduation from 2mm right the way up to 4mm. So if you would enjoy working with your micro gemstones, this is absolutely perfect for you. Then you have got your pyrite and your labradite in the centre in gorgeous rondelles, a colour combination and a palette which works so beautifully alongside your Eslons as well. It's a beautiful kit, one that our Laura has been challenged with, and I'm sure she's going to be thinking, well, it's not too much of a challenge for me, Elle. I embrace it. I've got stunning gemstones, and I've got some Eslon to play with. I'm loving this combination. It's the first time I've seen apatite alongside labradite. It really brings out those gorgeous blues within the Phenomena gemstone. Should be £36.60. However, not today. We are bringing it to you at an incredible, incredible price point. Don't forget, we are in a clearance all weekend. $24.95 for apatite. This gemstone, apatite alone, average carat weight of 0.15. 0.15. You've got 30 carats in this one strand. For the labradite, 45 carats of, which go right the way from 2x1 up to 5x2mm. Lovely to see this gorgeous gemstone without the facets, letting all the phenomena sort of move and migrate across the surface. Not $24.95, Kim says. It's clearance today. We're just getting you in the mood, getting you all geared up. I love that. And Ryan even breaks out into song when I said that. I'm in the mood. 1995 only. Yeah, it didn't go unmissed. It did not go unmissed, Ryan. Okay, and if you love these, wait until I bring the second part of the kit. We've deliberately separated it because we were thinking, well, somebody might want the S-lons and gemstones, and some people might be really drawn to the seed beads. Well, purchase separately, purchase together, whichever you choose. Second part of the kit is all about the seed beads, and I do notice when I look across to our lovely Laura that she's playing with those already. Why am I not in the least bit surprised? Our guest designers absolutely adore them. They're a great way of adding that sense of luxury. Well, it is luxury, not sense of. It is luxury. It's a great way of preserving and holding on to the carat weight of your gemstones. It's a great way of creating luster. It's a great way of creating sparkle where I suppose there isn't any brilliance within the gemstones. It's all about the surface luster of the gems. Now, you're getting not just one, but look at the size of these firstly. These are our jumbo spacers. Look how substantial they are. Some of the biggest that we have. Sorry about the scratches on my hands, that's my little puppy. He's been beating me up over the past couple of days, my little puppy. Look at these, they're beautiful. And again, you could fit your leather cord through these. But wait, there's more. So these are slightly smaller. I'll give you the dimensions as well. 3 tubes. 2 of the big, which include 320 pieces. These are 5 by 4 because they're ever so slight rondelles. If I put that one by there we go, you'll know which 2 I'm talking about. So those are the larger sizes, and this one is 380 pieces, and they're the 4 by 3. So I know that whenever I bring you these seed beads or these rondelles, they always fly, but I've not seen the big sizes in a kit like this. No, this tend to be brought. They tend to be. In fact, have we ever done the big sizes before? You know, the 5 by 4. I don't know if I've actually seen that size previously. Absolutely beautiful, and I'm guessing you probably only need a few of them to make or replicate a very designer. Charm bracelet, you know the one I'm referring to, don't you? That place of London. Mm-hmm. I own that one of those. Never wear it because it kind of pulls all the little hairs out your hands. You know what I mean, Laura? It kind of epilates you.
Yeah. Yeah, and not painlessly. No,
not painlessly. That is a terrible product, isn't it? But I'm talking about the actual epilator, not the piece of jewellery itself. But a great way, a lovely design, no gemstones whatsoever. It's all about the precious metal and all of that surface luster. Now, I don't know if I've even brought you the 5 by 4 millimetre size before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't recall. Should be £27.90 for all 3 of these tubes. This is £369. Well, you've got over 1,000 individual seed beads here. Not £27.90. Coming your way this morning at £6.65 per tube for 390, was it? One's got 380 and the others are 320. So £6.95 per tube. Can I bring all the second part of the kit back in? Just because I think they look, all of this for less than £40. Less than £40. Absolutely stunning. Well done. Get involved as soon as you possibly can for your seed beads. Hello, Lynn, Mary, Jerry. Hello, Mary and Jerry. Hello, Wendy, Belinda, Tanya, Sally. You've got yours. Northumberland, Tracy, Vanessa, Tracy and Sharon. Hello to you, Natasha and Julia. Hello to you, Lynn and Buckinghamshire. I love the fact we're all geared up and ready for a clearance weekend. I love a clearance. I love a bargain. I'm a savvy shopper and I'm not afraid to admit it. Are you a savvy shopper, Laura?
Yeah, I try to be. But then when something like this happens, you just get carried away and you're just like...
But this is savvy.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. That's the problem. I'm like, oh, I've opened my basket. Oh, wow.
So I'm making loads of savings. I'm making
Yeah.
almost £10 savings, so therefore I'll buy 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like that as well. That's how my brain works too. Is it how yours works? Yeah. Oh, okay, well, there's that like almost £10 back in my pocket, so I tell you what, I'll multiple buy. Well, then you're multiplying the savings, aren't you? Quite literally. Well done. So many of you getting involved. Again, perfect for just maybe if you kumihimoed or if you macrame'd with the Eslons that you've just got there and then feed it through those beautiful spaces. Stunning. Should we take a mosey over to our lovely Laura? Because she's been busying herself away. Laura said this morning, she said, I bet the jewellery makers are sick of me.
They are.
No, they're not. This is not true. You're not sick of Laura, are you? You've been here a lot lately, though, haven't you? You've been a busy girl.
Yeah.
Can I take my tea? Do you mind? Take my cup of tea over with me. Laura, it's a joy to have you this morning, honestly. It's the best news. I love working with you.
I was going to say, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, but I'll properly work with you. I've been with you for an hour, but not for...
Yeah, not for a whole show. Not for a whole show. Look at you. You were saying that I only had it at 8 o'clock. Well, we came live at 8 o'clock, so that's a grand total of how many minutes? Can't see the clock from here. 30 minutes, and you've already created something really beautiful.
Well, it's simple. I haven't got any glue, so that's why I haven't cut that properly. But yeah, so I'm just going to form it very quickly, and then I can show you exactly what it is. It's
so what you've used is some 1 millimetre, is it?
1.25.
1.25 millimetre wide, but I suppose you could use any gauge, couldn't you?
Yeah,
or the thicker gauges.
I wanted it to be thicker because I wanted to be able to make it just a very simple little cuff, like a little bangle. But you could make pendants.
We'll show you in a second, I promise.
Yeah, give me a second.
Or maybe rings.
You can make a ring like this. You can make, I would probably pop a clasp on it actually. It's a little bit looser than I realised, but there you go.
So Laura's literally in half an hour created macrameing around the seed beads that you've got on the screens right now. Let's hold that for you right there.
If I
pop it across my hand so you can actually see. Because really, see, and you said you're not a macrame worker. You tell fibs. That's beautiful macrame work. I love these colours, that aqua blue with the rose gold.
And that's what it is for me, is I love that colour. And to be fair, I didn't look at this properly. I just pulled out one of the tubes, so I actually used the smaller ones. Didn't realise they had the larger ones in there, so I would have probably graduated it and had some of the larger ones in the centre. Yeah. Because I didn't look at it properly, I just saw metal seed beads.
We'll let her off, won't we? Because, like I said, you have only just had it. It's not like you've been playing with this for the past week or so.
No.
I'm thinking straight away, if you've got, like, your business, or if you've got... if you do summer fates or bridal events and things like that, I'm thinking just selling these like so. I mean, that's taken you half an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, you are an amazing guest designer and a very talented jewellery maker. It would probably take me hours, but if you had these, I would layer that up, and similarly with the different sizes.
Yeah, stack of bracelets.
Yeah, it was lovely, wouldn't it? So, what is this? Any type of macrame in particular?
It's just a normal square knot. It's just a normal square knot. That's all it is. Because it's the easiest form of macrame for me, because I don't do complicated. But I just like the simplicity of it, you know.
I do as well. I don't think it needs to be anything else.
You could make cool little earrings with that, you know, anything really. Like I said, I do need to get some glue on the end just to secure the thread, but other than that, it's very simple to sort of do. It's very easy, but I think it shows those stones off really, the copper off. The reason I chose those as well was because they got a nice large drill hole and I wanted to do something quickly.
Yeah. Oh, fabulous. Have you got something you can demo for us then? Is that what you meant?
I can.
Or just something you can show us? Because Laura's used the 1.25 millimetre wire, you can get that through the actual drill holes of the seed beads themselves. So again, I'm thinking you could probably get leather through there. You could probably get some of our suede cords through there as well. Even if you macrame'd with an entire strand with multiple S-long cords, you could probably feed that through. And most definitely the case when it comes to your big seed beads.
Yeah, they're larger again. The drill hole in
See, they're lovely, aren't they?
Are larger again in here than they are in the smaller ones. So you would get cord and anything through those. If you look at that,
Oopsie, aren't they beautiful?
That's why I don't.
Just pick that one up.
Yeah, look at that one compared to the sort of drill hole on this one.
There's a small one.
You can see it there, look. You can see it quite clearly. I mean, that's a 1.25 wire, and those beads have movement, so I'm quite happy to think I'd get 1.5 in. Would you like my pliers?
I'd love your pliers. That would really help matters. If I just tilt that one up there, you can see just how substantial those drill holes are. Yeah, so easily getting 1.25 through this, the smaller gauge. That's what Laura's created this wonderful bracelet with. So you're going to get probably 1.5 at least. I
think so, yeah.
Through the larger ones. So what is it you're going to demo for us? Bless her. We love to put Laura on the spot, don't we?
Let's do this. We've got a choice. I can do that, which is a square knot. I can show you a bit of how I would have done the dragonfly, which I did this one on Tuesday, and I did take him home and finish him. This was with the lovely multicoloured Zari thread. So,
again, with the aquas and the corals that you've just seen there in this kit.
Yeah.
So, maybe a couple of those. So you've got the iridescence and then you've got the plain S-line. Let's pop our hands behind it so you can look. It's beautiful. Got a quick text message for you, Laura. Hi, Elle, Laura and all of JM team. Hi, Catherine in Bedfordshire. Of course we're not sick of you, Laura. You show us beautiful things. Oh, thank you. Love you too, Catherine, we do. We absolutely love you too. I'm feeling a little bit round today. Although it didn't stop me, it didn't stop me eating my pancakes, did it? I still tucked into that. Is everybody else eating fruit? Thank you, my lovely. Yeah, see, nobody's sick of you. I was really pleased when I found out I had you today.
Okay, so do you want me to sort of show how I would have done the dragonfly, the frame of him? This is a spiral macrame knot around here, so it just goes to show how you can sort of twist it up a little bit.
Love that.
Or the other thing I can show, which I haven't got a piece of, but you have to trust me, and seeing that you've got the gizmo there might be helpful, is how to do like a pendant with a string art effect. Okay. Using the cord.
Fabulous.
Do you want me to do that?
Whatever you want to do, my lovely.
Oh, I'm not used to this.
Whatever you want to do. I'm not going to start demanding because you know, like I said, you've been thrown in the deep end last minute, hasn't she?
Fine. Okay. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to have a go at showing you a bit of a string art pendant. So you just trust me on the end result.
I trust you.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is just create a coil quickly, and I actually want this one to be quite. If you see, I'm doing this with a gap in the middle of it. So this is just a copper 0.6. on a 1.25 frame, just because these happen to be the wires that I have to hand. Okay. Now what you could do is you could do this on a gizmo, do a gizmo coil, and then just gently pull it apart so you get the gaps in between.
Yeah.
All
okay.
Right? So it doesn't matter either way, but I'm just doing this quickly because I'm trying to.
If you do love your gizmoing, by the way, we have got the professional tool coming up as well, which will hopefully have Laura Binding demonstrating as well.
So I love that tool. I use it for more than just being a gizmo as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
Use it for multiple things?
Yes. Because it's got the little drill part on it, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
So I use it for twisting my square wire.
Fabulous.
Right. So I'm just going to do a small version. So I'm just doing this here. So just try and get them quite equal. So you can do a coil like this and then just gently pull it out so that you get that sort of consistency. Yeah. Okay. And I'll just do a little bit more because I do need quite an open area to be able to do this. And because
we're zoning right in on you. Look at that, fast work.
And then I'm just going to go along. So I'm just moving it across. Now, then what I want to do is just bring it together. It should be fine. So I'm going to leave myself a tail. And then I'm going to just form this. So make sure it's as equal as you can kind of get it. Because I used to buy all of this thread for these pendants. And these, you could do earrings, you do whatever you want with it. But forming it round, putting the wires together, so you get that kind of teardrop shape.
Or like a fish.
Or like a fish. You could do a circle, do whatever shape you want. Okay, so I've got that just like this. It's just a small one, it's not the best of shapes, but you get the idea. And then I'm just going to use this wire here, which is the tail wire. I'm just going to wrap and hold these two together. Okay, just wrapped it together to hold it. And then just wrap it around a single wire, because whenever you're wrapping wire, whenever you're going to wrap a wire on or off of a thicker wire, just go on a single wire rather than around two. Okay. Because it doesn't have as good a grip otherwise. Right. And it can pick up.
Top tip.
Remove that. And then the same with this one here, just get rid of this one because that locks my coil in place then, so that these aren't going to go anywhere. Okay.
Not going to move around.
No. I have not done these for ages, so I'm going to hope that I've doing this right.
We understand, Laura. Like I said, you usually have our designers usually have kits well in advance.
It's quite nice because it's something a bit different for me as well, and it's been a bit of a week where I've had to play about with different materials, and I've actually really enjoyed it. Yeah,
that's good.
Right, I'm going to take a length of wire. I'm just going to take probably about over 1 metre, and I'm taking it in.
That's your Eslon thread.
Yeah. Did I say wire?
Yeah. Your Eslon. That's okay.
I'm not used to anything else. And what I'm going to do is just kind of attach it and knot it if I can to the frame. Okay.
Just tying that on?
Just tying it on. Now what I want to do is go down to the centre of the pendant, so at the bottom. You want to kind of try and go in the groove. Okay. And then bring it back up. So bear with me.
Through the centre?
Through the centre. Getting it established is a little bit fiddly. It's not. It's just because the wire's not secured yet. The Eslon isn't secured yet. So just right to the bottom, place that in. And then if you think of, it is just like the old string arts that you used to do when you were a kid. Place that down because I can get it better. I just want it to go in that coil. Sometimes the gizmos are a bit better because the coils are a little bit bigger, so it can sit in a bit easier. Well,
don't worry, we've got a gizmo coming up, but a professional one at that. So if you're thinking, oh yeah, I'd like to do this, but I'd like to make it easier, then we've got the gizmo coming your way.
So what I'm doing is I've just gone up to the top of the pendant, and I've just gone to the side. Now I've just gone to the left slightly, it doesn't really make a difference. And I'm going to wrap all the way around just because I need to grip it around that frame.
Okay.
And what I want to do is I've gone to the left, so now I want to go slightly to the right at the bottom. And again, try and get it in that coil. You have to be a bit, it does help if your coils are a little bit bigger, I'm not going to lie. Just feeding this through, sorry, bear with me. This one, there we go. If you had a little needle or something, you'd probably find it a bit easier because you'd be able to control this.
You were saying that this string art that you used to do when you were younger, I never did this.
Oh.
Did you ever do this, Kim? No. Did you ever do this? I never did this. I mean, we did the sort of cross stitch and things like that, but never the string art. I know what you're talking about when you say it, but we never actually did it in school.
Right, I'm going to stop going around it, and I'm going to just go hook it like this. So I'm just going around the frame. All right. So what you're going to do, I'm going to cut that because you're getting in my way. Go.
Do you want me to hold it while you trim it?
Teamwork. Cutters probably aren't the best thing to cut the thread with.
There we go. Teamwork.
So your coils would be a tiny bit bigger because then they can sit right in the middle of them. But what you're doing is just kind of going in an opposite direction around, and you're putting it nice and tight. And it will. I'm not doing a very good job of this, but it does. Trust me, it does work. So you go around it like that. And then to this side. So you're going from that side to 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 that side.
Yeah, alternating.
And as you do that, it builds like a basket effect like this around it.
Okay, well, we'll let Laura progress with that for a second, just so we can actually see.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, let's bring you some...
I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Oh, should we, what are we doing first? Well, we have referenced it. Should we do that? Yeah, the gizmo. Now, this is a bit of kit. This is a substantial bit of kit, isn't it?
Can I borrow one of the rods? One of the smallest rods?
You can borrow a rod. Oh, look at all these.
I've got 5 rods. There's one more.
No. Is there?
Should be.
Now, I'll show you the box first. This is what you're getting. I've never brought this to you before. My producer Kim is saying I've never brought it to you either. You do get within, and I'm just going to double check because I've got 4 rods here in various different sizes, so that means your coils or the gizmo itself will be in different sizes and gauges. Clamps, which means they can fix to the table itself. So those of you that love gizmoing, this has taken it to the next level basically. Not only can you create really long lengths of gizmo coil, but also, you know, it's built to last without shadow of a doubt. So any wire workers out there, even if you're not a wire worker, it is a piece of kit whilst it's professional, which is very easy to use. Hello to you in Ayrshire saying, I'm so pleased with my professional coiling gizmo. It is really substantial. Elena saying, lovely coils and easy to use. I can also twist wire, good quality and excellent value. I've never sold it before. I don't know what we're retailing this at. Wow, really? Fantastic. Let me just show you this here, because you've got, this is the actual, I guess, the mechanisms. Yes. The mechanisms of it. So this is, imagine my hand is actually your worktop or your table, whichever it might be, and you've got that secured. So obviously then, just in the top here, this is where you fix your wire. Or the coil? The rod, rather.
Yeah, you just feed it in. You put your rod on there, but what you do is you attach your wire to the... Give me a second. So you would put your wire on like this and wrap it.
Lots of you getting involved already, by the way.
Then you would put your wire and the rod
in,
and it would hold and secure both the wire and the rod, and then you just turn and it just does it automatically.
Turn like so and you create your wonderful gizmo. Now, I've never brought you this previously before. Once you've got one, I don't think you're going to need to repurchase it ever again as long as you look after it. It's a sturdy piece of kit. It is our professional tool. I think it was only launched recently in actual fact, and again comes in different sizes in the rods that you actually get here, so kind of like a small, a medium, a large, and then an extra large size. You're getting 5 rods. I've only got the 4 here, but you do definitely get the 5 that is pictured like so. And what you can't also see on your picture is the actual length of the rods, and I'll give them a quick measure for you. They are 16.5 inches long, so that's one entire length of gizmo coil of 16.5 inches, which is long enough to make, you know, a torque necklace, isn't it?
Yeah, because then you can just pop a bead on the end if you wanted to make it a little bit longer.
With your clasp as well, which again will add length to it as well. I mean, there's nothing stopping you going on from that. You can easily move the coil along if you wanted to, but our normal gizmos, whilst they're fantastic, they really, really are, they're nowhere near this length in terms of the actual rods that you get. Let's bring that price tag in for you. Amazing deal, $24.95. That's incredible, isn't it? I mean, I imagine, Laura, within your workshop, you've got one of these permanently fixed.
Yeah, definitely.
Permanently, actually, sort of fixed. And it goes like so, yeah?
Yeah, so you just put it on and then just keep it clamped. And like I said, for me, I keep it permanently attached because... I'm going to put that down. I don't know if we've got any square wire down here, but for me, I use it. If I put my square wire in, it turns it automatically and twists it for you. If you hammer the wire, that's how I made these rings, as I've said before. Hammer some 1.5 or 2 mil wire, flat aluminium or bare copper.
I was about to ask, does it work with all gauges of wire as well?
Yeah, you just put the wire directly in, and then you just twist it, so you can feed any of it in. So say we had the 1.5 here, you would be able to just, if you hammered that, or even if you didn't, and then you would just put that in, and I hold the little chuck part there, and then just, it locks around the wire.
Yep.
And then that's in there securely.
Secure.
And then you can do whatever you want. So you could almost use that as a rod then, and if you wanted a 1 mil base, or 1.25, you could then just use that if you wanted to.
Is there any limits to how much wire you can put in? I mean, I'm looking at the centre and it looks like it's going to hold a lot of wire in the centre. So if you wanted a gizmo on top of a gizmo.
Yeah, you can, and if you want to put a couple of pieces together, then you can. Just, they need to be the same thickness, because if there were different thicknesses, then just the finer ones would most likely come out. But other than that, if they're all the same gauge, you should be able to put them in and just twist them.
Fabulous. Well done. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. Stay where you are on those phone lines. We're going to go back to our lovely Laura, who has created, what did you call this? String art?
It's just like a string art pendant, yeah.
Love it.
But can you see, I've done it with a better coil now. So if I just hold it up, it's done with a better coil. Obviously, I'm doing this a bit quickly, so it's not as neat as it could be. But can you see how the coil's wider, so the wire can go in a bit better?
Yeah.
and then it spins round. Can you see that effect?
Yeah, lovely. And I love how they sort of create almost an asterism design in the middle of the...
And it will, if you go all the way around, it will spin like that all the way around and fill the whole of the pendant up with that design. But you basically go from top to bottom and then opposite direction. So if you go to the left, you would then go to the right and then move it round like that. And it will eventually end up spinning round and going around like that.
Imagine a full like flower with these all different colours and everything.
Well, you can layer up different colours, and you can start from down halfway, and then if you start from halfway, you go just like this.
Wonderful.
And then you get like a layer effect. So you'd have the coral colour in the middle, and then you can have the blue around the bottom of it.
Sounds amazing, that. And I'm just thinking, it's the first time I've seen this used with the Eslon. I think it's a great way of using the Eslon because it has got that lovely glossy sheen. So yeah, please do send in your pictures to us here on the Wall of Fame. We'd love to see them if any of you are going to be replicating Laura's wonderful design. Absolutely incredible. Now we've got more to bring you. We've got time to squeeze in another opportunity. Thank you so much, Laura, for that, because that's something brand new. You know, whilst we're saying that, you know, you literally have been thrown in the deep end this morning. You've just showed us something that I've never seen demo before on Jewellery Maker.
Yeah, it's not the best of demos, I know, but hopefully people will know what I mean.
Totally know what you mean. I thought it was lovely. Now, these are beautiful. Little rose gold plated. Gonna have to bring the price in straight away because these are... well, it's going to be an incredible deal. You are getting 3, and I'll lay them sort of across. Are you kidding me? Can I just say that price, Kim, out loud? Is that what it's going to? How many have we got? 72, it's going to be on and off. These are going to £2.37, solid sterling silver. Seamless bead caps. Look at, I've never even seen these before.
Oh, beautiful.
Aren't they lovely?
Yeah.
I'm just imagining these cradling a pearl.
Yeah, you just want them one gemstone and then just chain either side.
Yeah.
That's all you'd need.
They're lovely, aren't they? Yeah. There's a lot of sterling silver in this as well. You've got the average gram weight on the bottom of your screens on your graphics there. You are getting all 3, £2.37. I mean, those of you that tune into Jewellery Maker regularly know that that's not a price point that we can ever do, really. I think that's absolutely fair to say. They are 10mm. Let me just turn this one over so you can actually see. It's kind of like a lovely bowl. If you've got a perfect round, and again, similarly, if I hold it up like this, you can see the quality on the inside as well. Perfect round gemstone, nestled in there. Maybe you've even got room for sort of maybe a half-drilled fixture to go in, and this be cradling. So maybe you've got one of the half-drilled ring shanks or pendant shanks or something like that. And you can suspend a stunning gemstone. They are going to go 72. They were. I mean, 237, you haven't got with...
No.
We don't think about that kind of deal, do we?
I think it's perfect for bridal as well. Bridal work is beautiful. If you, like I say, if you wanted that one piece. But it would make a really cool ring.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Just either side of it ring. So you can do it, so it's, again, so it looks like that.
So like an oyster?
Yeah.
That's that. Yes, that's
or you could have it underneath.
Idea.
You could just have, so if you had that metal around the bottom and just had the bead sat in it, it would then have that complete metal.
That's a really nice
kind
idea,
of
isn't
look
it?
as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, love that idea. Now, have you seen these yet?
I did have a quick glance because you were admiring them.
I was. Before the show, I was like, oh, Kim, ooh, these are nice. I did. I was like, ooh, and ahhing. They are beautiful. Laura, my sweetness, can you pass me the... Thank you. She read my mind. Thank you, my lovely. They're beautiful, aren't they?
They're really sweet.
These as a pair of earrings fly off any, in my opinion.
Yeah, sterling silver backs and just those.
So beautiful and delicate. Now, they are your peach shell carved flowers, but they are so wonderfully and intricately carved as well. Look how many you're getting, too. They're beautiful. Let me count them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10 individual pieces. And what if I turn one round? I'll show you the one. There we go. If I turn one round, They're also half drilled. How perfect would these be for bridal jewellery? How perfect would these be for bridesmaid jewellery? How perfect would these be for floral bouquets and decorations and just anything, really? I would wear these every day as a perfect pair of stud earrings. All you would need is some of your hypo cement glue and your findings, and you're good to go. I think Laura's going to be doing that for you right now.
Let's see if I can do a backing for you.
They could be elevated in a tiara-like design.
Yeah.
They can be on shepherd hooks so that they're suspended. So delicate. I adore these.
They're cute, aren't they?
Really pretty, really feminine, which I'm all about. Like I said, Pantone colours are the pinks and the blues this year, but I think it's generally going to be all of those pastel hues. You're not just getting these 3, you're getting 10. So 5 pairs of earrings or 10 pendants, whatever you see fit. As you can see, they are substantial, 12 millimetres. I think these are some of the most beautiful half-drilled gems that we've brought you. I love them. I'm just thinking, if you've got any of those teardrop pearls, half-drilled teardrop pearls, one of these is the stud, and then suspend one of those teardrops from it.
Yeah. Let me just...
See, that's the kind of thing I'd wear on my big day. Something like that, delicate and dainty. So what have you just created there, Laura?
So this could be a cute little finding back, which I can show quickly if you want. So this would be, you could do this with sterling silver metal, and just to create your own kind of finding with a loop, with a drop loop.
Yeah.
So you could, I know it's got the drilled hole, but you could just glue that directly to the back of the earring. If I
Yeah, you don't have to use it, do you?
And you've got a little hook, a little drop there that you could
to
then
put that pearl on.
Put your pearl on. But you don't have to have that. You could just cut that.
And have them as studs.
And you could do that with a tiny bit of sterling silver wire and glue that.
So lovely. Let's bring that price tag in for you, because already lots of you are getting involved, and I don't blame you. They're being added to my order as well. $14.95. That's for hang on. That's for 5 pairs of earrings, mind. I mean, what would you retail 1 pair of those earrings for?
If you had them at sterling silver, then you would be easily asking that for just the one, and that's with it just as a plain without a drop of anything.
Yeah. Without, yes, I'd hope you double it then if you added extra gemstones too. They're so beautiful. And of course, hand carved. Look how intricate they are. So incredibly intricate. Of course, genuine gemstones. These aren't synthetic. These aren't man-made. This is beautiful shell. And you see that lovely lustre you get across, that silvery lustre across each of those amazing petals. 2-dimensional, so if I pop one on sort of the back of my hand there, you can see those the petals and the intricacy. Fabulous. $14.95 only. Well done. Do stay where you are on those phone lines. You have been successful. I can see from the corner of my eyes the rows and rows and rows of you getting involved. Never seen anything like this previously before. Thank you, my lovely. We challenged Laura, and didn't she rise to that challenge? Now there's so much more to see. Clearance, everybody. So if you want to grab yourself a bargain, don't go anywhere. More from this lovely one after this.
This is a Jewellery Maker announcement. Join us for our Vintage Fair weekend. We'll have all of your favourite guest designers creating bespoke jewellery and giving you lots of inspiration to get that vintage style from a bygone era, with classes on vintage combs, 1920s layered pearls and Art Nouveau brooches. You'll be glad you stopped by. The Vintage Fair weekend starts Friday the 19th of February. Now, off for a cuppa. 2 sugars.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker have a special offer running on our workshops. If you book yourself on 4 workshops, you'll receive £50 off. We have a variety of courses to choose from beginner to advanced, covering a wide selection of mediums. This is a limited offer until the end of February, so book your places now to avoid disappointment.
Good morning, Jewellery Makers. How are you? How are you? I've missed you. I had a lovely couple of days off, mind. Thoroughly lazy yesterday. Might as well have just stayed in my pyjamas all day. Might as well. Might as well. I'm not even sorry. I'm not even remotely sorry. Yeah, Tom came home from work and was like, have you done anything today? He doesn't mind. Now, guess what? I was getting myself all geared up and psyched up because it's going to be quite fast-paced today. We've got a clearance, one of our events of the, well, calendar of events, literally, in the year, which I know you absolutely love. You're savvy shoppers like ourselves here at Jewellery Maker. Now, there's a lot of minuses on my, in terms of my own paperwork in preparation for the show. That's nothing but a positive for you. So minus for us, positive for you. It's going to be quite fast and pacey though. Just to give you a little bit of a heads up, a lot of these are very low stock, so you do need to have sort of that eye of the tiger, that competitive streak to kind of be on those phone lines to guarantee success. I will keep you up to date in terms of how many we've got, etc. whether we're oversubscribed, etc. Now, shall we start? Should we get this show underway? Because Kim's like, Elle, it's going to be fast paced. Are you up for this? I'm like, yes. I'm born ready. Born ready. Are you born ready?
Yeah. Bring it on.
Yeah, yeah. You've got to show. Do it again, Laura.
Yes.
Okay. Starting with absolute staples, Freddie Jewellery Maker. Perfect for your macrame that you saw the lovely Laura doing there. Perfect for standard beading. These are your bicones, so a lovely shape. It's kind of a bicone is a mixture between a rice bead and maybe a marquise cut. Original price we're going to bring in straight away on your screens, and then of course we're going to slash it to a clearance price point. But obviously, given the fact that these are giveaway deals in the eyes of Jewellery Maker, it's not about profits, our clearance, it's about clearing the vaults for the spring and summer collections, then obviously we can't spend too long on them. 70 carats on each of these strands, 8 by 6 millimeters, and they are your beautiful white quartz, which have got that lovely texture, you know, glacial texture. I mean, these are favoured for all of your bridal jewellery, all of your beading jewellery, all of your macrame jewellery, I mean, so much, Laura. I don't think there's a single medium that doesn't work wonderfully. Firstly, with your white quartz, secondly, with the actual bicone itself.
No, and the shape of it goes beautifully together as well because of the angles. So
yeah.
You can do the right angle weave with it and make a lovely bracelet, and it will all sit and lock together.
Yeah, they do, don't they? They kind of... nestle, I suppose, and create a geometrical shape, but they nestle so perfectly. Not £20.85. No, no, no. We said clearance, didn't we? We said fast pacey. Lots and lots of warning signs coming up on my producer's desktop. Is that, what would you call it? Computer screen? Controller? I don't know if, for those of you that don't know, our producers here at Jewellery Maker are, their system will actually flash a big warning system if they've, because the computer thinks they've entered something incorrectly. So a clearance, they see that a whole lot. You can understand why, can't you? It's going to be an on and gone opportunity though, so you can hear my voice. Just I've picked up the pace, I've picked up the ante, just because, like I said, I know it's going to be busy. They're going to be sellouts. And by the way, if you love this price, get used to it, because there's going to be a lot of those coming up throughout the course of the weekend. To be honest, well done, and do stay where you are on those phone lines. These aren't small bicones, they're 8 by 6 millimeters. 8 by 6 millimeters in size. Already we've got lots of you getting involved. This is just a handful of our collectors. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm very sing-songy this morning, aren't I? Na, 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 na.
There's pancakes.
It is the pancakes. I've obviously clearly had a bit of a sugar rush. Mary, Sarah, Silva, Lorraine, Diane, Gail, well done. I've got to move on. There's so many of you there, but don't abandon those phone calls, because you never know. You might be the next one to be answered. Clearance, 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 clearance. Moving on to... Okay. How about your plain rounds? Top drilled plain rounds. That's unusual. So it kind of looks like they're floating. They're kind of floating. You're getting 1, 2, 3 strands of your marcasite, which is, if you love your pyrite, you'll adore marcasite. It's kind of got a metallic sense to it, wonderfully lustrous, like a galaxy of stars across the surface of the gemstone. But I love the fact that these are they're top drilled. So look how they suspend beautifully. You could kind of create sort of the design, the pattern of the planets, couldn't you, out of these? I'd love to see that kind of design. Which planet would this be? Marcasite. I'm not great on my astrology,
Mars?
to be honest. Mars.
I'm just thinking I'm just now thinking of chocolate. Just
You're
thinking
thinking
of
chocolate.
caramels and stuff being
Yeah.
mixed together. That's what I'm thinking.
You could, I think you could probably find a gemstone per planet, couldn't you? And replicate it. Like, for example, a banded gemstone could be a Saturn.
Yeah.
Couldn't it? Yeah, I should brush up on my astrology, to be honest. You're getting all 3 strands here, so it is 140 carats on each individual. Look how they're drilled through the centre, so they can be suspended beautifully. Should be £20.85, but as I said, clearance, clearance, clearance. Warning signs again flashing up on my producer's screen. Scream, scream, scream. Yeah, it probably is screaming. £6.95 again. Aren't they beautiful? Look at the textures, and these are so reminiscent, I suppose, of a lapis lazuli, of your pyrite, and you have got those golden pyrite-like inclusions across the surface of them. 10mm plain rounds. The difference between the drill holes, Laura, given the fact that they are top drilled here and the others usually are plain rounds, tend to be through the centre. I'm just thinking about suspending these, so they look like they've kind of got a floating sense. If you maybe use some of our, within our beading packs, monofilament, something like that.
Yeah, you could definitely do something like that. But for me, again, if you just put it as a drop at the bottom of something, and then because it's kind of top drilled, isn't it? So you can kind of treat it almost like a briolet, and you could put a frame around it and have it so it's suspended in the middle with maybe a hammered frame just going around the outside.
So lovely. So you're actually seeing the full surface, aren't you, really, rather than just half of it if it was half drilled. Yeah, I love that idea. So again, you're maximising on the carat weight, you're maximising on all of that gorgeous texture and characteristics that you get within marcasite. And we rarely get to bring it to you. So do stay where you are on those phone lines for just £6.95 only, an incredible deal. Again, loads of you there. Got to move on. Beryl, my goodness. Can I just show you one first? Be on those phone lines if you love your pastel hues. Can I just show you This beryl has almost got a moonstone-esque. Look at these ones in the centre. I'm just going to show you 3 first off, if you don't mind. I've never seen beryl do this before. Can you see that? Can you see those flashes of colours, those iridescent colours? Look at the size of these beryls. Can you see that iridescence? It's particularly the one I've got my thumb on just here. Look at those colours. Wow, 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 wow. You're not just getting one though. Oh my goodness, you're getting... Beryl is a gemstone family. Your morganite, your aquamarine, your goshenite, your heliodor. Wonderful gemstones with a pastel hue. These are some of the biggest. Look, some morganite there. Beautiful peachy tones. Then gorgeous blues of your aquamarine. Should be £79.90. Kim is just saying, wait until you see what I'm about to do. I don't know, Kim. I don't know. £79.90. I mean, this is a massive carat weight, isn't it? You've got 480 carats of big, sizable beryls, of which I've not seen of this size. £21.95. That's almost £50 back in your pocket. In fact, what was it before? 70? So it is £50 back in your pocket. And then some. Should be £39.95 for just the one strand. This has to be one of the deals of the day, without shadow of a doubt. Congratulations. I mean, the pendant sizes go right the way up to 29 by 18 millimetres. These are totally and utterly natural, not treated in any way, shape or form. You've got golden beryl here. How often do you see those golden beryls? What a deal. When we say clearance, we absolutely mean it, but you do need to have that sort of killer instinct, I suppose. No, I'll rephrase that. Don't like that. That competitive streak to get involved. Have we got quantity of these, Kim? Okay, amazingly, we've got quantity, but they are absolutely flying. We are busy, busy, busy. The first morning of your clearance, stay where you are on those phone lines. You've done it. If I haven't got time to say congratulations, you know I do absolutely mean it. It's just we've got so much to bring you to squeeze in this morning. So well done. Stay where you are. Congratulations. Moving on. Okay. Oh, how about a naturally brilliant forming gemstone? It is, of course, your gorgeous topaz. Your gorgeous topaz, and it has a lovely, delicate aqua blue. Blue topaz and aquamarine are often likened for obvious reasons. And the more valuable is that azure blue, you know, the more sort of summery blue, I suppose. But topaz has so many other benefits. It's a gemstone that loves to show off its internal brilliance. That is why it's often actually used as an alternative to diamonds. I was reading an article the other day, I think it was in the Daily Mail, I'm not really sure. It was online anyway, and it was talking specifically about your coloured gemstones, and had pictures of Elizabeth Taylor's wonderful collection, pictures of the Duchess of Cambridge, pictures of lots of Hollywood A-listers, etc. And it zoned in on specific coloured gemstones, and it was talking about, Steve Bennett was actually featured in it as well, former CEO. He wrote about coloured gemstones in there, and just about how noted they are now, how fashionable they are now, and the fact that they have got their all got their own individual story. But blue topaz was named specifically because of its beautiful brilliance and that reminiscent colour of the perfect aquamarine. Now 135 carats on each strand should be £39.90 for the 2 strands. That's already an incredible deal. They're top drilled, wonderful dewy drops. Nowhere near what we're bringing it to you at. Clearance, everybody! Clearance, how about? That's £7.50 per strand of topaz. And this is, I'm just trying to see, natural topaz as well. Some of the rarest topaz in the world is untreated. It's not unusual to actually have topaz which has actually been irradiated or heat treated in some way, shape or form. Natural blue topaz is exceedingly rare. Should be £19.95 per strand. We are way surpassing that on one of these. Incredible, but you're obviously getting the both. Well done. Busy, busy, busy morning. Congratulations. Do stay where you are. You've done it, you've done it, you've done it. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Well done. Oh, how about some hot pink? Valentine's Day. Everybody feeling romantic, ready for Valentine's Day? What about you, Laura Binding? She just went like this then. I take it no.
I've got to take Jackson to a birthday party.
Jackson's going to go to a birthday party.
At some like lunchtime on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
At a soft play.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. And yeah, I've got to try and find time to go out and get a little something because I've spent most of my time here. So I will be ready, hopefully tomorrow.
It doesn't have to be material things. Gestures are just as important, I think. Just as important. Now, yes, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? I'd love to hear what your plans are. I'd love to hear about it. Should be £23.85 for a triple trouble opportunity. This is your crackled quartz in your hot pink. Wonderful fuchsia pink. These are your puffy diamonds. As you can see, they are on the diagonal, I suppose, or alternatively, they could be squares, whichever way you look at it, basically. But this to me speaks volumes about the wearer. This to me is somebody that there's a bit of fun. Somebody that I'd like to have a drink with from time to time. Not currently, not drinking, obviously, but you know, I'd like to go out and have a glass of wine with. This to me is somebody that has got a real bold personality, or can also be toned down, doesn't have to be sort of really vivacious and energetic, because many believe that we show our personalities either through our clothes or through our jewellery. Now, this is a fun person, whoever would enjoy these lovely colours. Coming your way, 3 triple trouble strand opportunity in your pink crackled quartz. Gosh, say that fast. £7.95. I love hot pink with black. I love hot pink with your pastel pinks as well. So you can really tone it down. This is a lot of fun for in stretchy bracelets. Perfect for the kids.
Yeah, definitely. But it'd also go lovely with that white quartz bundle that you had. The
Yeah,
triple quartz.
the
again,
bicones.
Yeah, because again, that would change the tone of it and it would lighten it up. So it's a lot of the time the gemstones do change depending on what you team it with.
Absolutely.
So it's always worth taking it and playing about with different colourways.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now, with them all together, it looks, oh gosh, that's a lot of pink. Some people might be thinking that. If you're not a pink person, oh, that's a lot of pink. But if you take one and sort of team it with your more gentler gemstones, then absolutely, it really kind of tones it down, but still maintains that lovely sort of, well, obviously pink colour. Perfect for your princess jewellery, isn't it? For those, have you got a little princess in your life?
I've got a diva. You've
got a diva.
She was once a princess.
She was
I'm hoping she'll turn back into it.
There we go. Perfect for your princesses and your divas then. So well done. You've done it. £7.95 only. It's a lot of gemstones there, isn't it? Loads and loads of gemstones. Moving on. Shall we stick with the crackle quartz? Now this I love, because I'm thinking him and her. Low stock. We've got a low quantity of these. It's steely, beautiful, inky tones, kind of like, yeah, you can, that's the best word of describing it actually, steely and ink colours, texture, not just across the surface but on the inside of the gemstones as well. Triple trouble of your black crackled quartz drums. I love these, again with your bicones that we had earlier on, with the pink that you've literally just seen. In stretchy bracelets for him and for her. These are so reminiscent of a black diamond to me, just because if you think about a black diamond, yes, okay, you haven't got internal clarity or internal brilliance, but have you noticed that you get that luster across the surface? Look, even my hand gestures speak volumes, I think, because I'm kind of doing this, aren't I? I'm doing that an awful lot, because the inside of the gemstone is actually creating that, what looks like an external luster. Should be £20.85, very limited though, 177 carats on each of those strands. Clearance coming your way. Get ready. First come, first serve. Listen, I did warn you that it was going to be When we say clearance, we absolutely mean it. On our schedule, there's loads of minuses, which is massive positives for you. So please, 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 if you see something that you love, that you want to replenish your stash or start your stash with, for all of those of you that are new to Jewellery Maker, we only bring you genuine gemstones. And of course, all the wonderful findings and inspiration that comes along with jewellery making. This weekend is massive. Well oversubscribed already. So if you've got a phone in your hand, stay where you are. It is a free telephone number, and of course you only pay the one postage and packaging throughout the entirety of a day. $5.95 only for 3 strands. I'd pay that for 1. All gone pretty much. Well done. Well done, well done. Moving on to, how about, who loves their spices? Who loves warm tones? Kim, you've been making curries recently, haven't you? Made one the other day. It looked very nice. I love the fact that you had the proper bowls and everything. Love that. I absolutely love that. Do you like a hot curry? See, I'm a bit of a wuss when I'm not a korma. I will have spices, but I can't be doing the old madras and things like that. No. Oh no. They're not good. But if you like spicy colours in your gemstones, then you'll love this. It has got that kind of Moroccan-esque tones. They are your orange agate faceted diamonds, but look how the checkerboard faceting as well is glistening and gleaming in the light. So again, it's warming the senses. I'm thinking about your poinsettias maybe at your Christmas time. Right now for Valentine's Day, of course, all the love hearts that's going around. In the summer, this is going to look fabulous next to some citrine or some peridot. Going to look wonderful with your black gemstones, your clear gemstones, just simply stranded. I love the shapes that you've got of these. They're 10 by 10 millimeters again, drilled through the center, so they can be either diamonds or squares, whichever way you actually look at these. Perfect for solitaires. Should be £16.90. But you've seen the prices that we've been bringing you in the wonderful deals. When we say clearance, we absolutely mean it. I'm delighted to be joining you this weekend. I love it when our jewellery makers, I mean, you do on an ordinary day grab amazing bargains, but there's bargains and then there's $4.95. I was going to say that's absolute, it's insanity, isn't it? But there is a reason for it. Not only are we clearing locations, which we need to do here at Jewellery Maker to bring you the spring and summer collections, but we also, you know, we're thanking our existing Jewellery Maker customers, but we're also hopefully welcoming lots of new jewellery makers to the family. And it is one big warm family. So 1 postage and packaging throughout the entirety of the day, genuine gemstones, and the inspiration from our fantastic guest designers. Join us on the Facebook page. We're very interactive. And of course, look at our tutorials on the Jewellery Maker website. Well done. Almost all gone. Almost all gone. Who loves a puffy heart? Valentine's Day on Sunday. Ryan, what are you doing on Sunday? You're doing a double. Well, that's not very romantic, is it? Oh, your poor girlfriend. Oh, these are like... Has anyone seen Mongolian andesine? Mongolian andesine is one of the rarest gemstones on the planet. And by the way, per carat can fetch about 1,000... You know, 1 carat for about $1,000. That's about £500–600 in our money. My goodness, but andesine has got like a lovely fire internally, kind of like it sizzles somewhat, a little bit like sunstone, I suppose. Look at these. Straight away they reminded me of andesine. Obviously they're not, they're your crackled quartz, but again, look at the performance. Can you see that? They sparkle, don't they? They're fabulous. I've got an andesine gemstone. I wear it and it tends to go, I bring it out in particularly in the summer because it loves sunlight, loves to have that real hot sunshine, because that's when you start seeing the flashes of golds and reds internally. Now, I don't think we've ever brought you andesine here at Jewellery Maker. I might be wrong, I don't know, but I think this is an amazing alternative. Have you ever seen crackled quartz like this before, Laura?
No, that's beautiful, isn't it? It's very, warming, like you say,
yeah.
The colour tone. So I think it could also be a bit unisex.
Yeah, I
very
think so as
subtly,
well.
But, you know, you can possibly do a little cufflink or a little something subtle.
I think these would be fab cufflinks,
Yeah.
wouldn't they, for gents?
Yeah.
So you'd need one, wouldn't you, on each of the cuffs themselves? Should be £20.85. It is a triple treble again. You're getting 3 strands. Your puffy hearts, which are 10mm. I love these. Okay, apologies to all postmen across up and down the UK and around the world. You're going to be earning your bread and butter over the next few days, believe me, because there's going to be posties who are going to have some serious muscle power come the end of the week. £5.95 is an incredible deal for one of these strands, let alone 3. So entirely reminiscent of an Anderson. So many in baskets. Do check out as soon as you possibly can. How are we doing on quantity, Kimbo? 72. But about 40 in baskets, so please do check out. Obviously, I can't read everyone's names, otherwise I simply won't get through all of the opportunities, all of the clearance deals. Stay where you are on those phone lines, though. Don't abandon those calls. £5.95 only. I'm going to move on. Ooh, raspberries. Oh, these are like raspberries. This is gorgeous. And this will look amazing, by the way, with the next bundle too. Oh, that's a really beautiful colour. Don't often see a raspberry, do you, colour? Might have red, might have pinks. Don't often see that in between. Should be £17.90. These are irregular shaped beads. I would have called them more twisted drums myself. But obviously you can see the lovely shape, the curves, the angles. They are faceted in 4 ways. So if you can imagine, there's 4 angles, I suppose, which twist ever so slightly on the way down. But a gorgeous colour and tone. It's like a raspberry coulis, isn't it? Similarly, use this and to enhance, maybe bring out secondary hues of gemstones, or just restrand it as it is. And you can tone it down as well with some of your clear gemstones or your white gemstones also. Should be £17.90. These are 10 by 8mm, and you're getting 400 carats in total. We've got 39 in stock, that's all. So it is a limited opportunity. Not £17.90 today. £5.95 only. What would you do with these, Laura? Because I'd literally keep them as stretchy bracelets.
Yeah, they'd look lovely with some copper jump rings in between them, wouldn't they?
Yes,
if you just had it as
the
a stretch.
spacer beads maybe that we had earlier on.
Yeah, just as a cap either end
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, the beads, the caps that we had, those rose gold caps.
Oh, they'd be fabulous with it, wouldn't they?
They'd make a lovely ring as well, though, so they're a nice feature on its own. So there's something you could put together. They're sizable enough that they can go together, but they can also be separated to be a lovely one-off piece.
Yeah, I'm thinking these at the top of a tassel or something like that.
Yeah,
because of
lots
the
of
size.
chain and
lots of chain coming
lots of
from
little
them.
copper beads on the bottom.
Gorgeous. They're all going to go because we only have 39, and I can see loads of you there. Over 30 in baskets. You will need to check out. I can't emphasise that enough. It's not a huge quantity. 39. Moving on. Okay, these will go perfectly with them. So just add them to your baskets and check out as soon as you can. A puffy heart. Well, kind of. They could be construed as puffy hearts. Or a puffy pair. Love these. There's only 44 of these, so again, check out as soon as you possibly can. Stick them with that raspberry colour, so it goes perfectly with the drums that you've just seen. Should be £26.85. They're gorgeous, aren't they? And just one of those. Maybe even use your wire work to create that cleft of a heart at the top there. Or just suspend them and keep them as simple as this. I forget if it was on Facebook or if it was on the Wall of Fame, I don't know, but one of our wonderful jewellery makers had sent a picture of a piece of jewellery, a pair of earrings that was created by her son, I think it was. And do you know which picture I'm referring to?
Yeah, because I said on there, because she said they were slightly odd, so I said just get them to make another pair.
Yeah.
And then you have a matching pair then.
And then you'd have a matching pair. But actually it's quite fashionable to wear odd jewellery. And I was like, oh, how cute. And it was this lovely colour, wasn't it? Which
exactly
is very
that
rare,
shade,
because straight away, I was like, gosh, that's a nice colour. And then I read the post itself, and I was like, oh, how lovely that you've got your family getting involved as well. Only 44 of these available. There is a big word in bold capital letters behind me, which indicates that we are not messing around with our deals this morning. We intend to absolutely clear the vault. Oh, our computer system is being a little bit slow. Kim is saying to me it's L because I have to approve about 50 warnings. Is it literally 50? It's not quite 50, is it? But you do get a lot of warnings, don't you? Flashing in front of you saying, no, 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 Kim, you've entered the wrong price. No, it's deliberate. We have to override it. $6.95 only, 3 strands, 95 carats of them. Absolutely. You tell that system, Kim. You ain't the boss of me. You ain't the boss of me. Julie in the Isle of Wight. OMG, I've just spent £20 and I'm now an owner of £50 worth of goodies. Love it. Which include a strand of sapphires, a blue topaz, 2. Thanks, JM. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I love a clearance. I'm a savvy shopper, see. I do the sort of, well, it's $6.95, but I've saved this, so therefore give yourself justified reason to go and spend what you've saved on something else. Yeah? Does that make sense? Do that, Laura?
Yeah. Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? but I'm that person that opens a basket, and even though I collect from the studio, so I don't pay postage, I still think I've opened a basket, so I just add a load of stuff to it. I just go searching then on the web, and yeah, it's not good. It's not pretty.
No, it is though, isn't it? It is pretty. That's why we do it.
It makes you feel good.
That's why we're drawn to it. Absolutely. At these kind of prices, we don't, you can't go wrong, can you, Ryan? Absolutely. You can't go wrong. Love it, love it. There were only 44 though, so I need to stop yibby yabbering and move on. Don't I? Need to move on. Oh. All of the strands that I have shown you, all of the above, will look amazing with these. Your monochrome gemstones. Well, Coco Chanel said black and white are in perfect harmony. I'm not going to disagree with Coco Chanel. She's so on trend and always has been, hasn't she, throughout all the decades. Look, I mean, this with a pearl, this with a white crackle quartz, this with a clear crackle quartz. Oh, I've just heard what our computer system is saying to us on our clearance. Let's just say, folks, it is most definitely not about profit today. It's about making friends. I like that. Are we going to have loads of friends this morning, Kimbo? I hope so. I hope so. I hope we're going to make in lots of people's days, so that you could all skip out the door like this. You know that advert with is it Nescafe where they've got the band playing to them in the mornings to start their day? Yeah. We're starting your day, so you're going to be skipping out the front door like this, just like that. It's like your own band outside your house. I don't know where that came from. I really don't. Clearance should be £20.85. Your triple trouble of your black crackle quartz, these lovely pairs. Love a monochrome gemstone. Love a monochrome piece of jewellery. At £5.95, I most definitely do. No reflection of the true value or worth, obviously. No reflection of our target price, obviously. All about the clearance. So we can bring you, obviously, our spring and summer launches, our wonderful collection, Brazilian quartz, which has got that gorgeous clarity, which you do need with crackled quartz. And then, of course, influenced to very high temperatures and then quenched, a little bit like you would imagine an ice cube going into a gin and tonic or something like that, where it crackles, makes that lovely sound. Haven't heard that sound in a very long time. Or it feels like that anyway. Loads of you with me. Congratulations to each and every single one of you. Great for macrameing as well. I think this would be fab for macrameing around.
Yeah, definitely. I love the colour of it. I think it's a really lovely, soft kind of grey
colour. It is a soft black, isn't it?
It's very, yeah, it's very again, I can imagine that with like a sunstone or something really soft and complementing it as well, and you can make a really elegant piece of jewellery with that.
Yeah, and because they are these tiers, just one suspended. I mean, if you can imagine sort of ladies with your hair up, if you've got long hair, or if you've got short hair, you needn't worry. So the light really gets around the gemstones and really emphasises that crackling, that gorgeous texture. £5.95 only. Aren't you loving the deals? Has someone put a memo out on our Facebook page? Clearance! Clearance! Now's the time to be messaging your family and friends as well. Tune into Jewellery Maker right now. They are bringing you a bonanza clearance sale. This is the start to the weekend. So well done, and we're very, very busy. Very busy. Congratulations. Gotta move on. We have some beautiful green hexagons coming your way. And you know I'm a green girl. Well, those of you that tune into me regularly do. I love your green onyx, I love your chrome dioxides, your emeralds. Now maybe if you haven't got a budget currently for your emeralds, there's a picture, and again I was looking at, I think it was on that same article, and it was talking about basically how coloured gemstones are so big at the moment, and you're going to be seeing massive, massive price increases. I'm pretty sure it was the Daily Mail, which it was written in. I'm not 100% certain. I'll upload it to my Facebook page. But there was a picture, and I always refer to it, Angelina Jolie wearing those emerald earrings. If you enter that into the search engine site, you'll find it straight away. It'll pop up. She looked absolutely incredible. She had one of the most simple dresses, but it was all about the coloured gemstones in her ears. They were the most incredible emeralds. I've never seen anything quite like it before. I haven't got the budget, believe me, to be buying emeralds like that, but this is a great way of wearing that beautiful colour without the 5-figure price tag that would come along with those earrings. Of course, Angelina Jolie, I'm sure, could afford it. Or was probably gifted them, to be fair, or borrowed them. Should be £23.85. Imagine these in the ear, ladies. I think they look incredible. Imagine these gents in cufflinks. They'd look fantastic, wouldn't they?
Yeah, macrame, they'd look really good with black leather around them.
Black leather, yeah, that sounds amazing.
Really pop out then, wouldn't it?
With rose gold copper or something like that would look incredible too. I love this colour and tone. 150 carats on each of these strands, triple treble opportunity, and they are 10mm. Wow, this is a deal. For the faceting of the gemstones, for the quality of the colour, wow. The reason why I'm saying wow is just because I've heard how big a clearance this is, as in how much savings you are making. £5.95. I mean, you'd pay more than that for one of these strands, wouldn't you? Let alone 3. Grab yourself a bargain. I know that in a few working days, it's going to be like Christmas Day all over again, isn't it? Imagine all of these gorgeous gemstones. Julie in the Isle of Wight, I phoned my sister Helen as soon as I noticed the clearance. We are both gem junkies, and my mum too. It's all my fault. Julie, I think you're doing them a favour myself, lovely, by letting them know we've got a clearance going on. I do, because, you know, it's the best time to grab yourself a deal, isn't it? And grab yourself a bargain. And, you know, you've made their day. You've made their day. In fact, if it were me, because you get the excitement of waiting for the delivery as well. Or if you're like us here in the studio, because we can pick it up here, I guess, our orders, but you've still got the excitement of waiting for that to be processed and everything.
If you say that, every day I go past and see if there's any deliveries for me yet. Because you still get that excitement of finding your parcel, don't you? When you do, it's a big box.
And then you see everybody else's. Like, for example, the other day I was like, Alison Tarry's got a delivery.
I know.
She's always got deliveries, Alison, isn't she? Always. And you're like, wonder what's in there. And you're a little bit jealous, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See? So it's making your week, really, in my eyes. And you wouldn't get £5.95 for one of these strands, so well done. And thank you for your text messages. Keep them coming in. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you in this madness of a Friday morning. Absolute madness. Pretty much every single thing that I've brought you so far is selling out. Pretty much everything. Do you love your hexagons? Do you want to stick with those? Should we give you a complimentary white quartz strand? You're getting 2 of these. Lovely speckles of silver, sparkle running through. Now again, because you've got those geometric shapes, they can form the most amazing designs. I don't know why I think of this, and it's not something that I've ever actually made before, but I'm thinking about these on some elastic, just as a simple hairband.
That'd be pretty, wouldn't it?
They would be pretty.
Yeah, but they're the kind of shape as well that you can put together and create focal pieces as well, like a really cool brooch or something like that.
Yeah, they would be fab like that, wouldn't they? I love the fact that we've got all these lovely shapes and designs, which, again, as jewellery makers, the incredible talents that you are, you take to a whole other level. I mean, they look beautiful like this. I don't make any... I don't pretend to be anything but a very basic jewellery maker, but I know that you could look at this and see something completely wonderful and complex, but it doesn't have to be, does it? So these gorgeous shapes, for those of you that are new to this wonderful field, and hopefully we've got some people watching who are thinking, I might give this a go, genuine gemstones, I'm getting involved in the clearances, only one postage and packaging. Even I can make a stretchy bracelets. We've got the tutorials available for you on our own website. We've got our guest designers that are with you with every single live show, and we've got DVDs available. Now's the time to give it a try. It really is, and it doesn't have to be such an overcomplicated design, because the beauty is in the gemstones and the shape and the faceting of the gemstone. Should be £17.90. Never mind that though. You've seen the minus figures. Kim has just said to me, Elena, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, do you want to know of the battles that our producers are going to be going through right now? Kim has just said to me, everything that we have been trained to do, every instinct that we have, we're going against. This should no way near be £3.95. I bet it's making you a little bit anxious, but in a good way, Kim. She said, yes, yes. Helen in Nottinghamshire. It's Julie's sister here. Hello. Hang on, your sister's in the Isle of Wight and you're up in Nottinghamshire. Oh, bless you, we're miles apart. I've just spent £75 on the web, on web goodies. Thanks to Julie phoning me. Good job. I've got an empty Visa, got a Visa card. As bank is empty. I know how you feel. Kate, hello to you, saying, morning lovely ladies, I've had a delivery every day this week, lucky me. Every day is a clearance day with JM, absolutely, with JM prices, 100%, this has gone, well done, stay where you are on those phone lines. Incredible. Every day is a clearance day with JM, but this is just absurd. Isn't that a good word? Absurd. Absurd. You've got to say it like that, haven't you? You've got to put your posh voice on. Absurd. Oh, snowflake obsidian. Now, these will sell out. Kim, have we got many of these? Less than 100, 92. Now, it's your snowflake obsidian, top drilled, but they're your flat pairs. Can you see those lovely shapes? Oh, I love these. You've got plain black ones, and then you've got the sort of gorgeous mottled texture of a snowflake obsidian here, double strand. So you're getting the two, 10 by 8 millimeters and 80 carats on each of those. Again, just one of these with a perfect pearl, or with your bicones that you had earlier on. Would look absolutely gorgeous, wouldn't they?
They'd be beautiful, but being top drilled is great because you can just put a head pin through and have it as a drop. Again as an earring, or put them, you know, together for a flower feature or something like that. Or
if you're not great at wire wrapping your cabochons, which I'm not, this gives you an anchor point to actually to begin from, doesn't it? And because you've got the flat, I'm going to say bezel almost around the surface, which is actually called the girdle, but because you've got that flat surface here, your wires, particularly if you've got the flat wire, the square wire or the half round, it'll lay beautifully against this. Should be £15.90. We've got 92, or rather we had 92 of these. Individual pendants in their own right, aren't they? I haven't had a chance to look at all the prices that Kim's entering because there's so much included in today's show that I physically wouldn't be able to mentally absorb all that information. So yes, I am genuinely surprised by what we are bringing you right now. I was fully expecting, given the fact that it's snowflake obsidian, given the fact that you're getting 2 strands, these are top drilled, lovely flat pairs, I was thinking, I mean, yet we've already been giving you incredible deals. At best, $7.95, $3.95. Over half the stock has gone. It's just a matter of when will these sell out. Pretty much everything has done so far. So make those confirmations. If you're shopping with us on the web, don't leave it in those baskets because unfortunately you'll come to the end of, well, probably the end of the hour even, and be told you've been unsuccessful on many opportunities. So you do need to have that. You do need to have that urgency to guarantee success. And it doesn't matter whether you check out once or 100 times in a day. Basically, you're still only paying that one postage and packaging. Got to move on. This next opportunity is amazing. I can't believe these are in clearance. 620 in terms of quantity. I can't believe these are in clearance. Laura Binding, you know those lovely carved flowers that we had earlier on?
Yeah.
We need these.
So I was trying to see what they were then. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
200 pairs.
And in that colour, you just don't see that colour findings at all. You just don't. We don't even do the finding packs anymore.
No.
Well, I haven't seen them for a very, very long time.
That's true. I'll pick them up for you in a second, but firstly, can I just draw your attention to just how big those butterflies are? I hate one of the, you know when you buy a pair of stud earrings, or you probably don't because you make your jewellery, but sometimes the butterfly itself is tiny and you can't actually pick it up. Awful. You want something substantial, don't you? These are substantial, therefore quality. I'm also going to pick up one of your posts itself because it has actually got a connector where you can suspend from. It's not just about the studs, you can suspend your gemstones from as well. Hold it like so. Also, you'll notice the groove. Can you see that groove there in the post itself? That, I know it sounds ridiculous, but is a sign of luxury. You've got that added sense of security. If I turn it round to face you like this, there is that individual jump ring so you can suspend gemstones from. We've got over 600 available. However, you've seen the clearance. You've seen how many jewellery makers are making the most of these opportunities, and I do not blame you at all. This is going to keep you in earrings for a long, long time. I'm going to guess that every guest designer that is watching us right now is going to get involved because, I mean, like Laura said, you don't see them even in our findings pack. This is much better than even half price, which is already incredible. £15.90 was amazing for 200 pairs of earrings. £6.95. What's that? I can hear the... That's 3 pence per pair. Wait, 1.5p each. 1.5p. 1.5p. Goes back to that conversation that we had saying, you know when you say something and it sounds really weird because you don't say it very often. 1.5p each. There are 600 of these available, so well done to those of you that are already getting involved. If you want to buy 10 of them, you buy 10 of them. There's nothing stopping you. I think it's a good idea to do that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Budget permitting, obviously. Just because, I mean, we bring you stud earrings. It's one of we bring you stud earrings, but not very often, and certainly not in quantities like this. And there's one of the most simple pieces of jewellery, to create. So even if you're just starting out, these are fantastic. They also cross all the mediums, your resin, your polymer clay, your micro macrame. They'd be amazing for. I need to move on. Well done. Stay where you are on those phone lines. You've done it. You've done it. You've done it. Fabulous. Moving on to... Oh, right. Do you know what I was looking at last night? The Chocky Wocky Doodah website. Have you ever been on that? Or have you ever seen the programme? Chucky Wocky Doodah.
I've never seen it. I know of it, but I've never seen it.
When I was down in London last week, was it last weekend I was in London? Time's flown.
Should remember.
I should remember. It was it was got engaged. Yeah, we went into the Chucky Wocky Doodah shop. It's fab. It's basically a program, and they're cake.
Cake makers, aren't they? Cake
Makers, masters,
chocolatiers or something.
Chocolatiers, that's it. I was looking at this because I was thinking, God, wouldn't it be cool to have one of their wedding cakes? And considering they are works of art, they're not that badly priced, to be honest. But this, to me, there's this one cake which is quite, and it's called the Macbeth, and it has a skull on the top, and it's all very quite edgy and rocky and things like that. But it's obviously until death do us part. And I'm just thinking these would be sort of quite a dark, romantic piece of jewellery. Amelia purrs. She obviously agrees. She says, I don't purr everywhere, you know. I don't purr everywhere. Well, there we go. That speaks volumes. They're making Amelia purr. They are beautiful, aren't they? They're quite sexy.
Yeah. Soft. Again, it's that elegant romance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you say, if you do have, sometimes you get wedding dresses with the sort of black lace detail.
Yes.
Very subtle, but just...
A little bit of sexy.
Yeah. And so something like that would really just tie in.
Yeah, I think that's allowed at 10 o'clock, 10 to 10 in the morning. A little bit sexy is allowed, isn't it? Just a little bit, you know. I agree. I think that's, you saying that, I can remember my friend wearing to another friend's wedding once, and it was a white dress, sort of straight below the knee, what I think you call it, a wiggle dress or something like that, and it kind of had a sweetheart neckline, and just a little bit of lace, like you just described.
Yeah.
She looked stunning, and it was so simple. So simple. Yeah, this would be fabulous. £15.90 for your trilliant cuts. And again, you're seeing lots and lots and lots of fire coming from the sparkling and the texturing of that crackle detailing. Already loads of you there. I'm not about to throw a curveball at you and then suddenly whack the prices up. Absolutely not. It's all about clearance. We're in a clearance weekend. Start as we mean to go on. £4.95. I'm just thinking there's going to be a lot of beautiful, beautiful pieces of jewellery being created, and I'm hoping someone is going to sort of create that kind of romantic, sexy Valentine's Day design with this. Yes, just a little bit of red in there maybe sewn on to some black lace. Little bow tie cufflinks, Ryan is saying. Yeah, great idea for maybe a tux. For gents' tux. Ladies, again, with your white shirts, we wear cufflinks too.
Yeah, very unisex.
Very unisex. £4.95 though, that's a no-brainer, isn't it? No-brainer. Look at how many of you are getting involved, and this is just a handful. I'm thinking, how many sexy sirens are out there this morning? Kim's saying, I'm still just a little bit tired, Al. Just a little bit tired. Have you not woken up yet? I've been singing and everything. And you had a good sleep last night? How many songs have I sung to you so far this morning? Lots, and she's still half asleep. And they weren't lullabies. She even had dance moves. Well done. Do stay where you are. Fabulous. Okay, something a little bit different now in your clearance. Something a little bit different and absolutely beautiful. Who loves a cabochon but yet hasn't accomplished wire wrapping yet? Yeah, that's me. I haven't as of yet. Who loves big statement necklaces or big statement designs? Or even I've seen them as headdresses as well, kind of like Xena Warrior Princess. Not our Xena, by the way. I don't think she's a warrior princess yet. She's trying. She's poorly at the moment, bless her, isn't she? She's got an allergy, I think. Now you're getting 4 of these. They are your rose-plated brass collars, which come with the chains at the back and also your lobster claws. I'll show you that detailing in a second. But it's up to you whether you choose to commission your pieces of jewellery with the chains or without. You can take them off very easily. Now you can stamp onto these, you can alcohol ink these, you can polymer clay on these.
Yeah, you can do the EF colour, the enamel colours.
Yes.
That Fiona does. You can do the embossing metals that we do as well. So you can do so much with them. You can drill holes in them and put drops from them and anything really.
You can cut out of them.
Yeah.
Everything. They are merely a base, or alternatively, you can actually keep just one of them and wear it as is. Now you're getting two colours here, the rose gold plated and also the antique brass. So you can see the difference between the two. This is the rose, that's the antique brass. This is a little bit more pinkish. You're going to get 4 for the price of 1. Four for the price of 1, £8.95. I mean, you don't see this is a finished piece of jewellery in my eyes. So you know, when you go into your high streets, the big fashion department stores, and you see their sort of jewellery designs, great. I have a look there because they're great for inspiration, to be honest. Of course, they're usually your base metals, or even plastic, even. I mean, you wouldn't pay. You'd pay about £20 for just one of these, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, it's like if you do copper work or metal, sheet metal, and you work with the metal, you've got a ready-made, you haven't got to make it yourself, it's ready-made for you.
Yeah.
And it's really good if you want to sort of start working with that medium to have it ready-made for you. So like you say, you could cut out of it a little bit, you could pierce patterns into it and texture it, but it's already done into a design for you.
Absolutely. And you've also got all of this chain at the back, so even if you didn't want the chain, you can take them off, and you've got all of those lobster claw clasps as well, which are really substantial. Well done, I've got to move on because I've got 2 more opportunities that I can squeeze in for you in this hour, and we're bringing you something completely different to what you've seen already. Oh, it's like a mermaid. It's beautifully aquatic, faceted rounds in your stunning agate. 1, 2. These are big, beautiful blues. 12mm plain rounds. Look at those. Oh, I'm just picturing this as sort of like an aquatic scene, an aquatic piece of jewellery. Maybe you were with us when the lovely Regitha created those starfishes and pieces of coral out of polymer clay. It was all down to the texturing. This would be fabulous, wouldn't it? Ideal just to be restranded and have those pieces suspending from, or just simply knotted, or simply on a stretchy bracelet. 12mm plain rounds, 350 carats on each of these. Again, very unisex gemstone. And of course, blue is the most popular of your colour gems. Already flying. Not £23.85. Triple treble clearance deal. If our graphics are taking a little while to put the price on your screen, it's because everything, the computer is going, no, it's kind of digging its heels in. A little bit like my Brutus does when we have to take him outside for a wee. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like going outside. He's like, no, it's too cold. Too cold. Our computer system is saying, no, that's way too low. £5.95 only. Over 100 in baskets. Over 100. I'm so excited that you are all getting involved. You've got the 3 strands here at 12mm plain rounds. I'll move on, check out, all down to you now, folks. Good luck, good luck, good luck, because I've still got more to bring you. Oh, we're going back to those lovely Mongolian Andesine colours. If you've never seen that, research it. It's a beautiful, glistening gemstone which has got incredible amounts of fire, exceedingly rare, and it's crackled quartz, but the crackling itself is bringing that similarity, which I haven't sold Andesine in I don't know how long, because of its wonderful rarity. Absolutely massive it was at the Tucson Gem Fair back in 2006, I believe it was, and commands massive price points. Now, if you haven't got a 4-figure price tag per carat, then this is an amazing alternative. 10mm plain rounds in your hexagons. So you saw earlier on the blacks, you saw, and the greens and the whites in hexagons. Now's your chance to get that lovely, glistening golden hue. 3 strands, not £23.85. I mean, the faceting alone, the uniqueness and the shape of the gemstones. Yeah, they're not faceted on the top or the underside, because they're allowing the crackling to be the main feature. £5.95. I mean, it's incredible for one of these gemstone strands, and they are genuine gemstones. These are not glass, synthetics or plastics that many retailers will bring you. We bring you genuine gemstones here. Genuine gemstones. Just one of these as a charm bracelet. Surely if you were doing your summer fetes and your craft fairs and maybe selling a sort of hospitals for charity, my mum does a lot of that, bless her. She's my mum's she gives a lot of her time and her skills as well to charity, and you know, she does a lot of knitting. I think, you know, she really enjoys knitting. But if you made a simple stretchy bracelet, you surely get £5.95 for one of those. Dee in Hampshire, good morning, my darling. She says, great bargains once again, and just had to get the blue agates to add to an ever-expanding collection. It's my favourite colour. I don't blame you, Dee. I don't blame you at all. Well done. You're not alone, by the way. I wonder if that's RD. That could be RD as well, couldn't it? Because, to be fair, she loves blue as well. Maybe it's a D thing. Maybe all Ds love blue. Maybe. I don't know. 140 carats here. Congratulations. Do stay where you are. If it's in those baskets, check out. It's not going to hang around. It's not going to hang around. We have got more designer inspiration coming your way with the wonderful Laura Binding, who's been very busy, bless her. I've deliberately left her to it somewhat throughout the course of the hour, just because she knew about this morning's show only last night. So £5.95 only. Well done to every single one of you, and congratulations. But we are only just getting started. It is a whole weekend of clearance, and we absolutely mean it. Savvy shoppers out there, spread the word for us. Spread the word. All of your friends and families to get involved. Great way of bagging, not just a bargain. We're talking about, for us, lots of minuses for you, lots of positives. So don't go anywhere. Designer inspiration with the amazing Laura after this.
There are two easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
Labradorite is an incredibly popular gemstone here at Jewellery Maker. As a member of the Feldspar family, this particular gemstone shows beautiful blue flashes as light hits the internal structure. The different layers that make up this structure give rise to really interesting colour play on the surface of the gemstone. The most usual colours we see are blue to violet, but you can also see flashes of orange and red. Its optical properties such as these, it gives gemstones the edge, as these properties cannot be simulated by man.
You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you have found a workshop you'd like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button. fill in the required fields and then press continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator Wendy at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you.
Welcome everybody, so nice to have your company this morning. My name's Elena. Now I'm about to bring you, without shadow of a doubt, the gemstone of the moment, and I think it has been really for the past decade. Since this gemstone's discovery, of course, back in the 1960s, it has continued to elevate in its price tag, has continued to become obviously less and less and less obtainable, more and more and more desirable. Now, given the fact that we have got very strong connections in the gem buying world, but particularly so with tanzanite, and you might be thinking, really? Tell me some more about that. Probably one of the most I've been stood next to Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie previously before. Believe it or not, I didn't even know it was them. I didn't actually register it. In my previous job when I worked at jewellers, I've sold jewellery to a lot of celebrities as well. But I've never been more starstruck than when I actually met, to me, an absolute superstar, the gentleman that is John Sowell. Now, he is responsible for Tanzanite's being, basically. He is the individual that walked into Tiffany's & Co. back in the 1960s, and the gentleman that made this gemstone such an incredible superstar. So to me, and I know to you, to jewellery makers who love their gemstones and appreciate the rarity of these treasures, John Sowell is an absolute living legend. We have got direct connections to him. I've had the chance of meeting him. I've had the chance of seeing the history of Tanzanite, which is actually within our former studios. So our connections are still there. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning that is not just a boast on Jewellery Maker's behalf. It's because the mutual respect that is maintained from sort of John Sowell and the Tanzanite miners, and also the jewellery making gemstone family, essentially, means that our connections, we often get a first come, what's the expression? We often get first refusal on many gemstones. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen indefinitely. Actually, Tanzanite has gone from one of the largest carat weights that we used to buy in terms of parcels to probably one of the least. And that's simply because so little is actually coming out of the ground. And I can't stress that. If you've heard me or any of my fellow presenters talking about the jet lag effect, it's because, unfortunately, we are now catching up with how much Tanzanite is actually out within the trade and how little is coming out of the ground. Now we are really seeing the implications on just how scarce it actually is. Now, there are two speculations, and on our recent, I'm saying this hopefully whilst you're making your confirmations, two speculations of what will occur with Tanzanite. One is that it'll simply become too expensive to mine, that will actually prevent the gemstone being unearthed, so therefore they'll close the shafts. Some have already closed. Or alternatively, they'll invest millions upon millions upon millions of pounds worth into the mining of this gemstone to go deeper, because there might well be Tanzanite deeper, but what's that going to do? Increase the price tag. So we're not saying that Tanzanite is going to run out anytime soon. It will at one point, but it may well become no longer financially viable to continue mining this gemstone, because unfortunately A block, B block, C block, some of which haven't unearthed Tanzanite in a long time, most of which are being entirely unfruitful in terms of what comes out of the ground. You've got 35 carats here of amazing plain rounds. Look at the depth of colour. We don't grade our tanzanite here at Jewellery Maker. That would all be adding to the cost. I'm going to leave that to your amazing knowledge. You know what to look for. It's vanadium which is responsible. That's the chemical which is responsible for bringing that beautiful violet blue. So what do you think? Is this pale and insipid? Is it lacking in colour? I don't think so. Is it AA, quad A, triple A even? It could be any of the above. Now I'm not allowed to say what I think it is, but I know that you are, without shadow of a doubt, very knowledgeable with your gemstones. That's why everybody that's made those confirmation has chosen to multi-buy. Now there will come a time in our lives, I mean it's a horrible reality, but there will come a time in our lives when this gemstone, the news will break that it's no longer being unearthed, no longer being mined, whether it be for whatever one of those reasons that I mentioned previously. So it's down to you and I, if you love tanzanite, to get it as soon as we possibly can. If you haven't got to worry about price tags, if you've got, you know, a budget, which means you'll always be able to invest in this gemstone, absolutely fine, wait, because it'll always be in the trade at somewhere. But me personally, I haven't got a sort of an endless budget. I need to be a savvy shopper. This should be coming your way this morning at £49.95, but we are in a clearance event. We are bringing you lowest ever price point for 35 carats of quality, rich colour, vanadium intense tanzanite plain rounds at £39.99. Just one of these in a solitaire would be absolutely incredible. This would be what I would be saving for our gold findings, which, as you know, are coming your way. This is high end, without shadow of a doubt. Valerie, Gail, Margaret, John and Janet, well done to every single one of you. To all of those web bidders that have it in their basket, please do not hesitate. Get this home, use that 30-day money-back guarantee, fall in love with your purchase, justify your purchase, do all the research that if you feel inclined to do so, and I know that you'll be absolutely patting yourself on the back, because I don't know if we could even buy right now in this present moment in time, I don't know even if we could buy 35 carats at wholesale price at anywhere near this price tag. In fact, I highly doubt that we could. Steve Bennett, our former CEO and again head gem hunter, still very much part of the buying process here at Jewellery Maker, actually does say in many cases uncommissionable. Now we've got loads of text messages, sorry I can't show every single one of them, but Jason Lincolnshire does say, I love your tanzanite, my clients love your tanzanite, the saturation you get from the price you pay, no brainer. And good morning, by the way. Good morning to you, Jason. Do you know, well, your clients are very knowledgeable then as well, and I totally agree with them. Stay where you are. Maureen, Dee, Heather, you've done it. Beverly, Gillian, congratulations. Essex, you're there as well. I've got to move on in the essence of time. Talking about rarity and gemstones of the moment, you cannot get two more obvious contenders for that sort of, you know, #1 spot than these two that I'm bringing you right now. Tanzanite that you've just seen, and then moving on to chrome dioxide. I was saying only last week, because I was talking to a friend of mine that spent time over in Tucson, Arizona. That's a gem fair, one of the largest gem fairs in the world in actual fact. And I was asking him, right, okay, what's the news? What's everybody talking about? What gemstones are they looking for? And it was, the whole conversation that we had was about chrome dioxide. We didn't mention anything else. And the reason for that, he said, Elle, I spent a week over there and I didn't see a single chrome dioxide parcel. And then I was casting my mind back to the times that I've seen gemstones being purchased and parcels being purchased when I was over in Jaipur, in our head office there, Jewellery Maker, and again, TGGC head office is over there as well. I didn't see a single parcel of chrome dioxide. So it's no surprise whatsoever that Mr. Ying, one of the most prolific traders of this gemstone to the Western world, hasn't been able to buy any for almost 2 years. Now I don't think that's changed. I highly doubt it's changed, because again we still aren't seeing this gemstone in its parcel. A one locational gemstone. Under usual circumstances, it was only ever mined 2 to 3 months of the year due to the extreme weather conditions. This incredible colour is totally and utterly natural. It's not treated or enhanced in any way, shape or form, and this is one of those gemstones that I actually think will beat tanzanite in a sense that I actually think this is going to deplete before tanzanite. That's only my humble estimation, I suppose, because this, it's either not being mined anymore right now, or it's been purchased by one Chinese trader. Unfortunately, we can't get, given the location, a solid answer from that mine. Steve Bennett did say to us at training, I am going over this year though, I am going over, and hopefully then I'll find exactly what is occurring. Whatever it happens, whether it be depleted, whether it be owned individually, either or, it does mean that this gemstone is virtually inaccessible to anybody on this planet, certainly to any gem lovers who, like myself, have got more of a humble bank account that, you know, wouldn't be able to stretch the 4 figures, the 5 figures that it could possibly command. Already, Christine, Helen and Gail, well done. Look at that intensity of green. Look how vibrant and just how abundant that refraction is. It is a gemstone with high refraction, like your garnets, if you like. So if you want to have that real paparazzi flash from the inside out, then look no further than this gorgeous green gemstone. 30 carats of natural beauty should be coming your way at $39.95. Already absolutely incredible. Coming your way, the most incredible low price. Can I just give you a little bit of a tip, something that I'm doing right now? You don't have to, just an idea, because I like looking back on purchases and thinking, look what I paid then. You know, sometimes, especially with strands like this, but gems of distinction strands, I'll actually note down sort of what's on the graphics here: 30 carats, graduated faceted rondelles, the sizes, etc., even the length of the strand. Write all that down, and the price tag and the date that you actually managed to get hold of it. Because when you look back in what 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years even, believe me, there's a big difference. I've been doing that for the past 2 years, really, and I'm seeing my gemstones, my pieces of jewellery increase. In fact, there's not one single piece of jewellery or gemstone that hasn't done exactly that. So I'm just a recommendation with this strand. I would certainly be doing that. Well done. I need to bring you an incredible green, which will look amazing with this chrome dioxide. These are top drilled briolette cups, which mean they are faceted all the way around in a beautiful teardrop. So elegant. Look at that as a combination, Laura. Isn't that amazing?
Wasn't it? It's just simply stunning.
Yeah, really is. Peridot was named in that article that I was talking about just previously. They was talking about emeralds, and that was where the picture of Angelina Jolie was, and they said that this gemstone currently is actually quite affordable. But I was like, yeah, it is, but that's changing very, very quickly, especially from the USA. USA is regarded as one of the most respected sources in the world. It's like your Burmese, your Burma to your ruby. It's like your Ceylon to your sapphires. It's like your Colombia to your emeralds, basically. USA produces some of the finest. I'm not saying that any other locations aren't good, but it's got that regard and that esteem. Beautiful, double, as you can see, they're doubly stranded there, so to me they're earrings, just like so. And again, I would be using this with your high-end, your precious findings, maybe your sterling silver or even your gold, which we know is imminent to us here at Jewellery Maker. Totally and utterly natural. This idiochromatic gemstone gains its colouring from iron, so that's that wonderful intensity of chartreuse green, glorious in the spring and summer months. Are you kidding me, Kim? Is this a clearance strand? Oh my goodness. Right, hang on a minute. For all of the faceting, for all of the carat weights, for the beauty and the quality, I mean, I'd go as far as saying this is, you know, that some of the best quality. It's not lacking in colour, it's certainly got wonderful clarity. I can't believe that we're about to bring it to you at a single figure price tag. I was expecting this to be, what, $39.95, like a bit like your tanzanite was? $9.95. That's an incredible deal. I was truly expecting this to be, you know, bordering on your £50. It is a gemstone which is commanding those kind of price tags straight away. Tons of web bidders with it in their baskets. Why not? I don't blame you at all. I would be doing exactly the same. Look at that colour, even just soft focus, you can see the performance, you can see that wonderful chartreuse green, which is very specifically 50% on the Pantone chart. So, for example, if you were to see the migration of the yellow through to the dark greens, it would be sort of at 6 o'clock on that, on a full circular spectrum, for want of a better description. Gillian, you're the first one in there. Well done. Francis, you've done it. Well done. Tracy, Grace, Vivian, County Durham, Abigail, Jackie, Gemma, Jackinth, you've got yours. We've also got Sue, Charlene, Hazel, Jane, Natasha, Jacqueline and Kent, Beshley, Jane, Brian, hello to you, Sue, Sally, Bernadette, gosh, loads of telephone bidders there as well. I think it's actually going to be a sellout. How are we looking currently though, Kimbo? Half the stock has already gone, so if you've got those phone in your hand, stay where you are. If it's in those baskets, check out as soon as you possibly can. I was fully expecting this to be $39.95. I was thinking about that price tag. Were you, Laura?
Yeah, normally when you see it in that cut and that clarity, it normally is around that sort of price. So to get it for that, that's just...
Less than £10.
That is amazing. I would do a really cute little clustering with that.
Yeah.
Just have them sewn into like
so
one
you've
of
got
our...
movement as well.
Yeah, so you've got the movement, but you've got those lovely sterling silver finding rings that we've had, those base rings, just a tiny little bit of wire and you'd have a beautiful ring.
It would look stunning, and maybe you've got some rose gold, sterling silver earrings to suspend just a couple of them in like a cascade design. They'd look so beautiful, wouldn't they? Well done to each and every single one of you. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Now, how about something that we've never seen before? Well, I certainly haven't anyway. Not necessarily the gemstones, because we brought you most coloured gemstones, however, of this size and the actual shape itself, whilst it is very simple, I'm sure many of you will go, yeah, oh, KL, I've not seen that previously, because that's the first words that I said when I came into the studio. It is a star by, and my goodness, it's a beautiful one. It's coming up after this. In the world of gemstones, we know that price point is determined by many things, of course, but the 4 C's. That's the easiest way of looking at it, whether it be your diamonds or your coloured gemstones. With your diamonds, cut is most certainly the most important, because, for example, you can have the most perfect diamond and then it be cut wrong, which loses all of the brilliance, all of the beauty, which could have been on offer. With your coloured gemstones, it's the colour. But let's go through those 4 C's. It is the carat weight, it is the cut that I've just referred to, it is the colour, and it is the clarity. Now, I'm about to bring you the biggest ruby and sapphires that I've ever seen. Ever seen. With the most amazing colour as well. Think of the royal engagement ring. What blue is that? Is it a light or pale insipid blue? No, it's very dark and velvety. Think about rubies. What colour do you want? Those gorgeous primary reds. But in this strand, you're getting a lovely spectrum of all of those. They are enormous. Absolutely enormous, and I've never brought you anything quite like it previously before. Aren't they stunning? Can you imagine wearing this on a special event, or even just every day, because of course they're both durable gemstones, right up there on the most scale. Imagine wearing these just knotted, and the comments that it's going to command, and where you can say, these are rubies and sapphires. The quality, in particular of the sapphires, can I just point out those beautiful blues, and then look at the quality of this pink up here. Absolutely stunning. And again, if you go along all of the strand, there's such a variation. As we know, sapphire is a colourful gemstone, so it comes in yellows, oranges, greens, blues, pinks, and then of course your ruby comes in various different tones. Wow. This is amazing. Can you imagine being able to say, oh, this is a ruby and sapphire necklace that I made myself? Or just using them individually, singly as earrings. Where else will you get a ruby or a sapphire of that sheer size? I mean, next time you're in your local high street or your local city and you walk past a high-end jeweller's, you see what price tags for natural rubies and sapphires, more to the point, you would expect to invest in a 10mm gemstone. I'm personally thinking I'd be very selfish, yep, restranding it, piece of jewellery for my own personal collection, saving just a couple for matching earrings.
You were saying about, this was out of the first kit. Imagine
the Eslon?
Yeah, the Eslon, and if you knotted it using that, it's just going to match all of it perfectly. It's just going to go with the tone of them all.
That's more of a sort of gorgeous. Laura's showing me like a silky, goldy colour, which would look lovely, wouldn't it?
If you wanted to keep it simple, and because of the colours in it, if you kept it a nice neutral kind of colour to knot with, it's going to really bring out those colours.
Do you know, I'm looking at your neckline piece that you're wearing right now, Laura, as well. So imagine all of that incredible work that you've got just there, and you sort of inserted these gorgeous gemstones.
Yeah, that would be beautiful. And you wouldn't need as many because obviously they're a little bit more sizable. And you know, for me, you've got lovely ring options there. You've got lovely. I would just have one suspended in a pendant, lots of weaves going around it, and really show it off to the maximum.
Absolutely amazing. We need to bring that price tag in. I've never brought you anything like this previously before. 370 carats of natural ruby and sapphire. Should be £124.95. Again, think of this. Think of what we're getting here. Natural ruby and sapphire. 370 carats. I mean, how many people on this big, beautiful planet can actually say they own anywhere near that carat weight? But we're not done there. Start by price. Get it whilst you can. $99.95. If you've got diamonds within your wonderful collection, this is a strand that I would use with diamonds without shadow of a doubt, especially those really intense cashmere blues. That's what I'm favouring. I just love these beautiful tones. Most definitely quality sapphire. Well done to those of you that have already got yours. It's a busy, busy, busy morning for us here at Jewellery Maker. Yes, it is more of an investment strand. However, what you are getting is, without shadow of a doubt, investment gemstones here. And do stay where you are on those phone lines. You have been successful. If you love your ruby, then stay tuned, because coming your way, I have got some quality ruby which has got the very definition of ruby red. Now, many gemologists would agree, the more primary the colour is of your coloured gemstones, the more valuable the coloured gemstone is. Now, this couldn't be any more so. It's just that lovely pillar box red which you sort of see up and down the UK. An incredible deal coming up. Kim, I've heard you say that now, but what are you taking it to? You're not wrong, are you? Sorry, Kim's just told me what this is going to. Who loves their ruby? I've got 100 of these available. Do you love your ruby? I most definitely do. Do you love really, really incredible deals? Yeah, me too. Can I get you to dial through now? Even if you don't press your option 1 yet and you want to wait till the price tag, that's absolutely fine. Just take my word for it. Be on those phone lines. Because 100, I think this is going to be one of the quickest selling strands of the entire morning. I haven't even showed you yet, and there's people on the phone lines and there's people putting it in your baskets. Haven't even showed you. Does the web know where it's going to? Okay, yeah. Gail's bought 3. Pamela, Babs, Janet, well done. Janet, another, sorry, Carol, I can't keep up with the names. There's about, how many in baskets already? 30, nearly. I need to show you, so it's fair. That's why I said be on those phone lines and press your option 1 as soon as you can. Look at the quality of this colour. It's natural ruby with that primary red that I was referring to. Gosh, that's incredible, isn't it? So amazing. A lovely graduation across the strand. I wonder how many guest designers are getting involved right now. This is high-end, top quality, beautiful ruby. And you will not be disappointed, to those of you that press their option 1 on the phone lines and go through to our contact centre. Already, masses of you have done exactly that. We've got 100 of these available. First come, first serve. Gonna have to bring that price tag in because already almost 50% of the stock is gone. $11.95. Again, I've got quite a good sense for sort of what I think Jewellery Maker will bring it to you at, or what Kim will actually bring you, your clearance and your star buy deals. This has bent all the rules, certainly nothing that I was expecting. $11.95 for natural ruby.
That is just amazing, isn't it? I mean, you could make a really simple little ring with that, and you'd use what, 3 of them?
Yeah.
The smaller ones?
Yeah. And hopefully
you would charge more than £11.95
yeah,
for that.
exactly.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
definitely.
hopefully you'd charge more than what you're seeing on your screen. Was I right in saying this could be one of the quickest sellouts of the day? Almost all gone. Thought so. See, when you've been around for a while, which I have been, you know, it's you kind of get a sense for what you like and what is just a no-brainer deal, isn't it? So yeah, it's going to be a sellout, of course. Well done. Stay where you are, Lynn, Tracy, Genevieve. What a beautiful name, Genevieve. Hello to you, Andrea, Liz, Somerset. You're with me, Kathleen and Sandra. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Now it is time for your first kit. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Ooh, I love the colour of these wires.
They're beautiful. I'm working with them now. They're really beautiful to work with.
And I've seen what you're making as well. It's amazing. So wait till you see what Laura's made for you. I love the colour of these wires. Are these new? Hang on a sec. 0.4 gauge. You're getting 50 metres in this lovely green and also your ruby red. Oh, these are stunning. I love this colour combination. If you gizmoed those together,
Yeah,
they'd
beautiful.
look amazing, wouldn't they?
It's a beautiful red. It is a ruby red. If you put it next to that strand of rubies,
Yeah.
it is that rich ruby red. It's just
Should we do that? It really is. Can you imagine that strand with the with the red wire?
Yeah.
Oh, look incredible, wouldn't it? 0.4mm gauge. This is the new wire, right? I think so, because it's a gorgeous colour. I know I've brought you red wire and green wire previously, but you can just see the difference in sort of the exterior. Ah, thanks, Laura Binding. You can see the difference. It's a slightly richer colour. See that? Slightly more mulberry in terms of its colour, I suppose.
I think our original one is like a pillar box red.
Yes.
Whereas this has got like it has just got like a real depth to it.
Yeah, it's more of a gemstone red
Yeah.
than like you say, pillar box red. Wonderful, but we're still not done. Still got more wire to bring you. Now this is your 1.25mm gauge. You saw Laura working with it in the first designer inspiration actually, and it is your copper colour. And I can see Laura winding the red wire around this right now, which we'll show you in the demonstration, which is giving you a lovely flash. You get almost like a brilliance coming from the gold copper coming through. So you've got 10 metres there, given the fact that it is a thicker gauge, but still beautiful gemstones to bring you as well, including, I'm going to start with the peridot. Look at the length of the strand. They are micro-faceted gemstones, or micro rounds rather. These are 2mm? Yeah, 2mm plain rounds, 10 carats on this one strand. A lovely delicate green coming through, lovely peridot green. I'm going to bring in some other gemstones though, including your white freshwater cultured pearl rice beads. These are 5x6mm. Look how subtle and feminine this is. Just restranding those two together would look absolutely amazing. But there's more champagne coloured pearls. These are small nuggets, so they have got a more organic shape. Some might be more of your rice beads, some might be teardrops, some might be more button shapes, some might have more of a baroque shape, so all different organic forms. They go right the way up to 5x6, sorry, what was the measurements? 9x7mm. And last but by no means least, you've got clear quartz, graduated faceted rondelles to bring you that lovely diamond-like luster and sparkle. Look at this kit. It is a challenge, Laura, and one I know she's absolutely embraced. Wait till you see the piece that she's created for you, using pretty much every single gemstone that's included.
I've used everything.
You've used everything, and all of the wires, colours within. So an amazing design inspiration to show with you. Should be, if you were to buy everything individually, £41.65. But you're not paying £41.65 for this here this morning, because it is one of our kits. Oh, it's a big saving. Imperial red, we describe that lovely wire. Imperial red and beautiful green, £21.95. That's almost £20 back in your pocket to enjoy or spend elsewhere on the clearance should you wish. Or maybe treat yourself to a nice lunch. Stay on those phone lines. I love the fact that I mean, this isn't necessarily an obvious combination, is it?
No, but it's something that I think even if you were thinking, oh, I don't know if I'd used it all together, which I have and I actually love it.
I do as well.
It's something that I would definitely be thinking, well, do you know what, I'm going to get it anyway. There's such beautiful shades of white, and I have to say, genuinely, working with them, they have a really beautiful feel to them. You know, they're very fluid, very malleable.
What Laura doesn't know is that I've been watching Laura sort of at the corner of eye, obviously, throughout the course of the show. And whilst you've been sort of doing that wire weaving right now, what Laura's working on right now, you're wrapping the red wire around the copper wire, aren't you? And in between the weave, from a distance, I'm probably a couple of metres away from Laura, I keep getting that flash, the flash of copper coming through, which is just amazing. That's probably what keeps drawing my attention, shall we say. I'm not keeping an eye on her. I'm just like, oh, it just keeps giving me that sort of glint, I suppose. Almost £20 saving, and I agree. Whether you choose to use them all together or whether you choose to use them individually or separately, absolutely incredible. Well done. Let's make our way over to the lovely Laura so I can show off the incredible piece that she has made. And you only had this literally this morning, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I've literally had it since after the first kit we had.
Yeah.
This is the second. It's not complete. But what I thought I'd do, as we're here, is kind of, this is how we work. So I'm just letting you see how, as a guest designer, if I was given this kit, our thought process as to how we can build a piece and how we construct it in our sort of trial and errors. So this is where I'm at so far, and I'm going to be this is hopefully going to turn into a rose.
Look at the beauty. Again, that weaving that I was referring to just here, I mean, we'll show you what Laura's actually creating, but look at that. The red looks amazing. Next to the green are the pearls, all of the pearls. You've got the peridots in there as well.
I've used I've used a bit of everything. I just think it's really beautiful. And like I said, I'm going to try and do a rose, which I'll show you now, and I'm going to try and attach it to the opposite side, so it almost looks like the butterflies going towards the rose.
I love your flora and fauna inspiration at the moment. I commented to you the other day, didn't I? Because I said, oh, I love what you did there with a kit, and it was all quite pastel-y.
Was it the rose quartz flowers?
Yeah, and you had lovely chartreuse greens in there as well. I was like, I love that. And I only saw the pictures. This is stunning, absolutely stunning. Now, before we get to the designer inspiration, before we can actually sort of show you how you create such pieces,
that back over here,
you can have that, way lovely. Yeah, of course you can.
It.
I'm going to bring you.
Beautiful.
These are big pearls. Big, big, big individual peacock pearls in that gorgeous organic shape. But whilst they're keshi, they're some of the biggest keshi pearls. So they're quite narrow in their sort of width, but sizable in their diameter. Wow, these are some keshi pearls, aren't they?
Wow.
But low in stock. I only wish I had a bigger quantity. Yeah, I concur. Kim has just said to me, these are going to be some of the biggest keshi pearls that I've seen. We launched these, Kim, didn't we? I'm absolutely certain we did. Do you know why? Because I can remember this one. I did with Martha. Yeah, I'm sure I did. Do you know why? Because I can remember this one keshi pearl. Do you know, because I was talking about the fact that you could put a white pearl, maybe from this kit, just in the centre there, and bring you sort of like a mollusk design.
Let's see if we've got a piece of wire that'll hold it.
Have we got something that we can...
2 secs.
Laura's just, and there's lots you could do that. So you could create something which is like a beautiful mollusk itself.
Go gentle with it because it's just kind of...
I love that idea.
Hold back gently.
I'll be very gentle. Do you see what I mean? Like this. Obviously you wouldn't have it this way round, you'd have it the other way round. But isn't that lovely?
It's like it's encasing it, isn't it?
Yeah, so beautiful. And the pearls in this kit go perfectly as well, don't they?
But I'm just thinking what I would do if that was an addition to this kit is I would make my flower. I would make on this side here, I would put a couple flowers out of them, so 5 per flower.
Yeah.
And I would have a couple of them going along this part of the bib, so I'd have 1, 2, 3.
Sort of coming down on the
I'd
graduation.
Have 3 of them here, and then some little pearls in the middle of them. That's what I would do.
They're an amazing size, though. The biggest size that I've seen of keshi pearls. Limited, though. I only wish I had a bigger quantity. 20 by 30 millimetres should be £24.95, but we are on a clearance weekend. Lots and lots of deals. We're going to be bringing it to you at the lowest price. Half the stock has already gone. I'm not surprised at all. £19.95 for this size. I mean, 20 by 30 millimeters. One of the last pieces of jewellery that I actually bought from what was our sister channels was an Akoya pearl. It was in gold, and it's within the gold itself is reminiscent of the actual mollusk shape, and you've got just one single pearl sitting in between. I don't mind telling you that even at staff costs I paid £60. Yes, it's on a chain already, so I had an amazing deal, and I thought that's just one individual pearl. Don't forget we're bringing you gold as well. Just imagine one of these on gold. What would you imagine it to sort of command in a retailer's? I mean, these are really substantial. You've got that Tahitian wonderful spectrum of colour. I'm looking at purples, pinks, yellows, all of the above, those glorious colours which are only enhanced by the texture of Akeshi pearl itself. Stay where you are though, because it's a limited opportunity, and do check out as soon as you possibly can. We will be getting to the lovely Laura, who is, we're allowing her to carry on doing her work, because bear in mind Laura only had this literally about an hour ago, so we will talk through everything that you're doing, and we will have your demonstrations. Now, who is a girly girl? I am. I'm
a wannabe. I want to be a girly girl.
You are a girly girl.
Very well.
you make jewellery. I think
that puts me in the category.
Yeah, 100%. And you're wearing a really pretty dress. I'd say that's girly.
Okay.
Yeah. And you've got really cute puppies.
I have.
Really, really cute puppies. I think this is one of the most feminine gemstones on the planet. To me, it is your Grace Kelly of all gemstones. It just defies femininity. It's also an evening gem. What that basically means is it'll absorb energy and light by day, and then by night it'll show off that colour, that light, I suppose, that it absorbs, and continue to sparkle, continue to dazzle, even under candlelight. But when it comes to kunzite, you want that definite pink. You want that colour, not white, pale, insipid, or wishy-washy. You want these beautiful tones. Now, it's not unusual to have kunzite which has actually been enhanced or heat treated. That's absolutely fine. However, when you see natural examples like this, it is astonishingly rare. Now, I can't say for certain, but I am going to estimate that this is actually from the Minas Gerais parcel that we purchased about, I think it was about 3-4 years ago, I think. But to my knowledge has all pretty much sold out. Maybe 1 or 2 pieces of jewellery have actually remaining still within the vaults. Now, I don't know for certain, but I'm guessing it is, just because the quality of the colour that is from here. It reminds me of your one-of-a-kind Lariques that I used to be able to bring our customers on what was our former sister channels, because of that wonderful intensity and tone. I mean, this is everything that kunzite aspires to be. Don't you agree?
Yes,
and very rare for me to bring you this quality.
Yeah, it's that it is that shade of pink that you can recognise, isn't it? It's funny with gemstones; they all have, even though you have like pink gemstones, they all have their recognisable shade of pink, don't they?
They do. I mean, if you put this next to rose quartz, it wouldn't look anything like each other. If you put this next to morganite, they wouldn't look anything like each other. Now, 200 carats of natural kunzite. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me, Kim? Have we got quantity of this? 82 in the world. If this does not sell out this morning, then personally, can I just say my bosses should give me a talking to, because, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I haven't done the justification of the quality of the kunzite that is in this strand credit. I hope it really does, because you can see, and you're as knowledgeable as, well, probably more knowledgeable than 99% of individuals out there, particularly in this wonderful field, and mutual respect for Mother Nature's incredible treasures. The more intense those colours, the more valuable it is. When it comes to kunzite, this is everything that we look for. We want those perfect pinks. And if you can imagine this by candlelight, maybe, I don't know, Valentine's Day, you're having a candlelight dinner or something like that. Imagine this after you've been wearing it in the day and it's absorbed all that wonderful energies and it's continuing to sparkle. It's a fascinatingly romantic gemstone, and it is without shadow of a doubt the very definition of femininity. We had double figure quantity, just below 100. at £5.95. This is going to be a sellout. Yeah, I knew it would, Kim, but you know what? If it hadn't, you should have given me a talking to be honest, because that's amazing quality.
Beautiful, it really is. I love the fact that you give the knowledge though as well about the things, you know, you learn things about gemstones that you wouldn't know if you were just buying it off the internet or just shopping around. You get that information. I never knew that before. About,
did you not?
I had heard it, but I didn't know it before I tuned into Jewellery Maker.
Best thing to do with a kunzite is, I love kunzite, so best thing to do is just sort of, I don't know, just wear it in the day. That's all you need to do. If that's in the bracelet, just wear it in the day. And then turn the lights out. You do need some light. It can't be pitch black, but even if it's your windows open or a little candlelight, you'll see the glow. We used to take the entire studio lights down and you'd still see the glow of that gemstone.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
I would want to buy it at that price just to see if that works.
Yeah, and it does.
Which I'm not saying it won't, but just to see it working, you know?
Yeah, it's amazing. And that, to me, could be one of the reasons why I love it so much. I don't know. Now,
stunning. I love fluorite. I think it's beautiful.
There's fluorite, and then there's a difference with this strand, because have you ever noticed with fluorite, it is the most colourful mineral on the planet, but usually the colours tend to merge in one gemstone. These are all very definitely one colour of fluorite, aren't they?
I know what you mean. There's no sort of half and half, no blending. That is a purple one, that's a teal one, that's a mint green one.
So look, you've got blue, purple, green, pink. They're very definitely that one colour. This colour is some of the rarest, by the way. This apple green. It took my former boss 10 years to get hold of this wonderful green colour. Named it after the fair that he bought it from. Then you've got lovely blue. Look at the quality of that blue. Plain 10mm rounds. But what's so exciting, and I've brought you fluorite time and time again. It is a beautifully visual gemstone. But the fact that these are almost definitely those individual colours. There's none which are sort of, you know, striped or bicolour. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying either is more desirable than the other, but I'm favouring the fact that it is definitely green, purple, blue.
Like you say, you've got pairs of earrings there that are going to be a definite match, so you could say this is green fluorite.
This is blue fluorite.
And this is blue, because it is just that colour.
Love it.
I think it's beautiful.
I'm right in saying that, though, aren't I? Look,
And
I've not seen strands like that where it's just that definite distinction.
I think it's also very vibrant in its colour, whereas sometimes you get fluorite and you can see it's fluorite, but you can, it's a little bit paler, like you say, a little bit less distinct in its colour-wise.
A little bit more wishy-washy.
Yeah, but
absolutely.
That is very, very vibrant, very instantly recognisable.
Some of the best qualities fluorite that I've seen, hands down, without shadow of a doubt. 320 carats should be incredibly wow, £9.95. Have we got many of these, Kim? Okay, I won't entertain buying it then. 51 of these available.
Wow.
It's gonna sell out, not £9.95, £7.95. That's absolutely incredible. I'd pay that for nuggets. I would.
Yeah, I just think, like you say, that colour, I would make myself a pair of earrings out of the tealy blue ones. I'd have to.
Yeah.
Just one little drop with my silver.
Well, at that price, I'd hope you'd have a green pair, a blue pair, and
one for every day.
Yeah, one for every day. We're over allocated. Well done. I will say it again. I think that's some of the finest fluorite that we've brought you here at Jewellery Maker, just because it has got that definite distinction of colour. I'm not saying any is more popular, more valuable than the other. Like there's zebra fluorite, there's banded fluorite, there's bicoloured fluorite, for example. I just love the fact that these have definitely got those distinction and the separation. There were only 51 though, so first come, first served. Should have been £9.95. That was already an incredible deal. It's gone. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. Okay. Our lovely Laura, fabulous. Look at this.
Right. Okay, I'm going to attempt to do a rose.
Can we show your wonderful weaving first? Because you spent all that time weaving this, and I think...
Oh, there we go. Now, it has opened out and it's not like the most parallel, and that's absolutely fine because a rose is organic anyway.
Exactly.
So
I think it's going to add to it.
If I wanted it to be more precise, then I would have maybe used some masking tape or put it in a vise or something like that. So I'm not worried about that because it's going to add to the design. I will very briefly touch on what I did. Obviously, there's a long piece of 1.25 wire.
Comes in the kit.
Been bent. Yeah, I've not used anything not in the kit. And I've just bent it in half. put a tiny little coil to start off with here. And then what I'm doing is basically a basket weave, but 3 on each side. So a tiny little coil just to start so that you don't have just random bit of copper. And then, so here, it's just 1, 2, 3. And you can see...
Around the top?
Yep, and you can see I barely need to do anything. The wire's in the middle, over to the other side, 1, 2, 3. And that's all that is.
You make it look so easy.
So,
why can I not get this?
Because you don't sit and practice. I'm going to show you one day. You don't let me show you.
It is true.
So,
I don't have time. I wish I did. I should come to one of your workshops, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Well, if I'm down here, I'll give you a little lesson. Right. So it's just one long strip at the moment. So what I'm going to do...
Oh, look.
Is
twisting
twist it. Let's see if I can get that sort of...
That looks so beautiful. It's like oh, what's that building in Dubai that's kind of looks like that? All twisty. Is it Dubai? I don't know, I've never been there, but... Is it in Dubai or is it somewhere else where it's a big...
I don't know, I'm no good with geography.
No, not me, clearly. But yeah, I love that shape.
So see how you can just twist it like this? And so that's just been twisted. And I'm twisting it quite firmly just to get some nice twists on it. Okay? Now what I'm going
And I love the fact that Laura's literally doing this live on air for you now.
She's no
idea if it's going to... I'm sure it will.
Praying it will. I actually don't know if it will. But this in a way is nice because you can see how we work as a guest designer, how if I was sat at home, this is what I would be doing. And I would be experimenting as to whether or not it's
really
going to
working.
work.
I can see that really... I've never seen this done before, but my goodness, it's working, Laura.
So I'm just going to do it on this one so you can see. I'm just doing a spiral with it, basically.
Ryan says it's working, Laura. It's working.
Good.
That was our best Bristolian.
Is it a proper job?
It's a proper job.
Proper job.
What were you saying earlier on?
I dread to think.
What was something you always put before the sentences?
Skirt. Skirt lush.
Skirt lush, that is.
So there you go, twisted.
That's
And
amazing.
there's your rose. Okay.
You're so clever.
I'm so glad that worked.
You are so clever.
And so now...
You could almost hear the relief in Laura's voice there, couldn't you?
Like, please work, please work.
No, it looks incredible.
So the ends I'm taking now, I'm just going to kind of just spiral these around. And there I have a ready-made rose that I can... If I put it there you go, that's better, isn't it? You see exactly what it's turned out like.
How designer is this?
So what I would then do is take this section here, and then I can now, I've got 2 extra tails, so this I can then spiral all these out if I wanted to, or weave into them, I don't know yet, I've not decided. But I can just attach.
You could put the green onto those and make the leaves.
But that's what I was intending to do.
See?
I was
with
thinking,
you on this, Laura, I'm with you.
So if I place that there...
I've got your flow.
I'm not going to attempt to do it right now. I probably would do it down a bit because I've already woven a bit here. And so if I place that on top, it can distract from that flower. Can you see?
Yeah.
So I would probably place it down like that.
I think so too.
You then get to see that flower a bit more. And then you can move these out of the way. So it really does become sort of more about that flower then, see? And then with these wires here, what I'll probably do, and if it's okay, I'll continue doing this throughout the rest of the show.
Yeah, by all means.
And then at the end of the show, I can
we'd
show
love
you if
to
it
come
works.
back to it, yes.
And then what I'm intending to do is to do some petals, weave in with the green wire.
Some gorgeous green petals.
And the peridot, which is going to amuse everybody because it's the microfaceted, teeny tiny seed bead type stones.
Amazing.
And I'm going to weave them in pretty much like I have here, but make like the petal, like a leaf. Shape.
I like the fact that Laura's doing this literally on. I don't know how many guest designers would really embrace the fact that you are being put on the spot so much, but I mean, you've risen to the challenge there, Laura, without shadow of doubt. I can't wait to see this piece at the end of the show. Yeah, absolutely. Now, whilst Laura just progresses somewhat with this, I'm going to bring you an opportunity now, which are our 9-inch. Look at this. Look.
Wire twister tool.
The wire twister tools. And I was trying to... It goes like this, doesn't it?
Yes. I'm rubbish at demoing this, so I'm not going to even attempt it. But basically, what you do is when you put the wire in, is you let go. That bit that you were just pulling in, you let that go. So you hold the tool and you let that go, and then it twists the wire.
There we go. It is substantial looking, and it does exactly the job. The wonderful thing about this, and this is the larger size, by the way, the 9-inch wire twisting tool, or pliers, excuse me, is that you can twist even the thicker gauges. It doesn't have to be just your 0.4s or your 0.25s. You can really get behind the substantial gauges of this. If I just pop my hand behind there so you can actually see the actual product itself. So, now we do have a little demonstration just here. I think that's the lovely Hannah Osborne. I can spot her hands, Hannah. I can. She's got very elegant hands, isn't she? Very elegant hands. Long fingers. Yes, piano playing fingers, absolutely. So she's showing how to use this tool. There are demonstrations again on our own website, JewelleryMaker.com, or alternatively lots of guest designers will use it throughout the course of the live demonstrations and shows. It's a great bit of kit, especially if you do love that twisted technique, that spiral technique, and maybe struggle to create it certainly with a consistent spiral with all of the thicker gauges or even all of the wire, to be honest. Similarly, you know, I was saying about your 0.4 and your 0.25. Imagine maybe 10 of those different strands, 10.4 gauges together in various different colours, all twisted together.
You can use different gauges in that one though. So remember when I said when we were with the professional gizmo, you need to use the same. On that one you can use different ones, and it works brilliantly. Different colours, different textures. It's really, really good.
So you could really create a fabulous torque necklace.
Yeah.
With loads of different gauges as well. It doesn't have to be just your 0.25s with your 0.25s or your 0.4s. It can be mixed up. Now, should be coming your way at £17.95. I mean, this is a quality, heavy-duty product, so one that absolutely you'll have forever if you keep it safe and you don't lose it. Not £17.95. We've got a massive price drop. £6.95, Laura.
I know. It's just crazy.
£6.95. It's not, yeah, this is a weighty product, Kim. You know, the post and package isn't going to change at all. £6.95 for, this is the large wire twister as well, not the small. Even if you've got a wire twister already, I'm betting you've probably got multiples, haven't you?
Tons of them.
If you've got the smaller one, get the bigger one, because there is a reason for the different sizes, isn't there?
I'm not 100% sure.
Is it that you can hold more wire in this one?
It might be, yeah, and it's again, it's the size of your hands as well.
Yeah.
Whether you, because it is quite a larger tool,
yeah,
you might feel that the smaller ones are more comfortable to hold.
Yes. So basically, it depends. This is more heavy duty, basically.
Yeah.
So, and again, you can use maybe gizmoed wire, spiral twisted together.
Yeah, I think it's just something like you can just sit down and just experiment with different designs. It just gives you a lot more scope, like say, different coloured wires, different gauges of wire twist, and you can put a lot of gauges of a lot of pieces of wire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some tools you're restricted to sort of like 3 or 4 pieces of wire. With that, you can put several pieces in, like, and get a really textural.
Yeah, without shadow of a doubt. I mean, look at the centre here. You know, this is with it just closed. You can see how much is going to be held within the centre of the actual pliers itself. Tons of you getting involved. Well done to each and every single one of you. Now, I've got just a quick amount of time to show you your bail making pliers. Don't worry, we will go back to Laura. Like I said, she has been doing it, bless her, live on air. So let me just show you these. These are your bail making pliers. Great for jump rings as well. Lots of our guest designers use them for multiple functions. If I turn it like so, you can see there's 2 different sizes there, 3mm and also your 5mm with your comfort grip. Bail making pliers do exactly that. They make bails or they make jump rings, and they they can be used as a kind of mandrel. Laura's actually got some here as well. She's got the same tools. If we had time, we'd actually ask Laura to demo it, but unfortunately we're running out of time. There's again lots of demonstrations available for you, £6.95 only. And again, you can really feel the quality and the comfort. They are spring loaded, so they do sort of snap back into the palm of your hand as well. Is there anything, have I missed anything there that they can be used for other than bails? Any jump rings?
Yeah, you make them for bails, you make them for jump rings, you can just make them for spirals, you can make them for consistent rosary links, pretty much anything that you want, because you've got that wider sort of length. If you've got the step ones, they're great, but you're limited to the size of the step, whereas this is all, you know, you could have a really wide bail and fold it over and it's not going to slip and be distorted.
Create individual links, I'd imagine, with this as well, in that sort of infinity and Figaro design. So if you just wrapped it around like this, and then join them all together, if you did did that over and over and over again, you could probably make lots of that, you know,
Yeah, like the figure of 8 kind of links. You can do anything with them. I mean, literally, you can see I own 2 pairs. This size and the next size up.
Yeah.
I want the next size down, but I keep missing them. And they come everywhere with me. They're always in my toolkit. I always have them with me, whatever the show, at home, they're always out on my desk.
So essential to any wire worker, basically. Do stay where you are on those phone lines. And a very versatile bit of kit. So back to Laura, who has been, gosh, look. This is incredible.
Okay, so the rose has been added.
If I just take that out of the way so everyone can see.
There we go. So you can see that I've just added that. And all I've done here is just kind of spiraled some of the wires. So I've linked in the 2 connecting wires, which were the end of the rose, in amongst here. And then I've got the 3 wires that were remaining from the torque. And I've just stitched a couple of pearls in with the tail wire that was on here.
Yeah.
So it's secured it all in, so it's nice and secure. So then now what I can start to do is look at these wires and think, right, okay, well I want to form like that petal, that leaf shape. So if you see there,
that's going to be an amazing leaf.
Yeah, and again, even though it's 2 ends, what I can do is very gently just loop.
Turn them in.
Yeah, just loop, very small loop, and then probably do the same on this side.
Yeah.
Or even if I just have it like, oops, so it connects like this. And then you can just form it, so like this. Bear in mind, if I was at home, I'd probably use a hammer. And then that hammer's going to keep those wires where I want it to go, give a bit more texture and strength. Now what you can do, if you want to add some more wire in, is take a piece of, this is what I was playing about, I was going to do a flower shape. But then I decided...
Really add to this design, couldn't you?
Yeah,
and go on
really
and on
build
and
it
on.
up. But then what I could do is just to blend that in and maybe give a bit more length around here to balance it out. Is just...
What am I doing? I'm trying to put it in shot there, and I was like, oh, no, not that way, not that way. There we go. That's amazing, Laura. I can't wait to see the end result. Can you? Do stay tuned to that. In the next hour, we have got a whole 60 minutes of clearance. It's going to be fast. It's going to be pacey. There's going to be deals coming at you left, right, and centre. Love a bit of that, don't you? Of course, more from the lovely Laura as well. So don't go anywhere because it is all about the clearance after this.
This is a Jewellery Maker announcement. Join us for our Vintage Fair weekend. We'll have all of your favourite guest designers creating bespoke jewellery and giving you lots of inspiration to get that vintage style from a bygone era. With classes on vintage combs, 1920s layered pearls and Art Nouveau brooches, you'll be glad you stopped by. The Vintage Fair weekend starts Friday the 19th of February. Now, off for a cuppa. 2 sugars.
Join guest designer Mark Smith with his fantastic DVD Chips and Nuggets with Wire. Mark guides you through everything you need to know to create these stunning pieces. From the tools that you will use to different types of wire and the gorgeous gemstones featured, it's like having a personal tutor in your living room.
Amethyst is a gem which you can get in so many different colours, so many different shades, so many different clarities, and at Jewellery Maker we're lucky enough to have pretty much every single imaginable example of amethyst, whether it's natural Coloma Mine Zambian amethyst or whether it's going to be really highly prized lavender amethyst. And it's a gemstone which people have heard of, it's a household name, it's a gemstone with so much heritage, and it's worn by people of all ages, from all classes of society, and it's a fantastic gem to own.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques. If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. We are live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM, so come and join in.
Welcome back, everybody. Nice to have your company this morning. My name's Elle. You're watching Jewellery Maker. It's all about one word, and that's clearance. And when we say clearance, by Jove, we mean it. We absolutely do. Gosh, I almost felt like I needed jodhpurs on and everything then. By Jove, we really do mean it. You do need to have a certain sense of urgency because lots and lots of stock to bring you in this hour, so it's going to be super pacey. Just because I move on doesn't mean you haven't been successful, so do stay where you are. But they're low in stock, okay? So if you see something, dial. That's all you need to do. It's a free phone telephone number. Press your option 1 as soon as you can. And if you, like I said, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, even with our clearance hours as well. It's going to be very, very, very fast and pacey. So I'm going to get straight into it, shall we? Starting with your gorgeous moonstone. Oh, now multiple tones, faceted moonstone, more to the point. 2 strands, so you're getting a double opportunity of your peach, your beautiful white, lovely palette of pastel hues. This alongside that kunzite that you've just seen should have been £28, so we're bringing in the should be price firstly, then we'll go straight down, so nowhere near your clearance deals. For all of the adolescence, for all of those lovely ethereal movements and phenomena effects that you get internally with this wonderful gemstone, totally and utterly natural. So you'll see shimmering blues with moonstone, you'll see incredible spectrums of colours, even with the distinction and the difference of the tones. Well done to those of you that have already made those confirmations, and thank you so much for your trust. I assure you will not be disappointed with our clearance. Well, on a usual day, it's already incredible, as pointed out by some of our viewers who are texting in. We'd like to hear from you as well. It is a clearance weekend. Text us 60777. Start your text with JM Studios. Tell us what you're up to. Maybe tell us, as we have already, we've had messages coming in saying, Elle, I've already treated myself to this, 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 this. And the day's only just started. Fabulous. What a great start to a day. Now, so this is nearly 14, well, it is £14 per strand. Oh my goodness, when we say clearance. That right there is what we're talking about. £14 per strand is what they should be, £6.95 today. Yeah, absolutely. Laura's eyes widen with, what? You were like a cartoon character then.
Well, it's because I sort of saw the description, but I hadn't looked at the gemstones. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, expecting to see tiny gemstones.
Yeah.
So when I saw that they were those, I was like, whoa.
Almost 100 in basket straight away. I love the fact that our jewellery makers are so on it. I love the fact that you are so, yes, I react. You know, I can. These, if you got the carved shells earlier on, would be just amazing. Never mind £14 per strand, £6.95 for the 2. That's what we're talking about. And if you love these kind of deals, then stay with me, because they're just coming at you thick and fast, I assure you. Still, masses of you with it in your baskets. Well done. This is going to go beautifully with that bundle, by the way. The next opportunity, it is your gorgeous coral organic gemstone, Ours, by the way, is, and please make sure if you do insist on purchasing your gemstones elsewhere, I'm not going to say anything about that, that's entirely your prerogative, but please make sure it is ethically sourced, because you don't want any coral reefs being unfortunately smashed up. You want it to be farmed in a similar way that cultured pearls are as well. Ours, we make sure, are, of course, ethically sourced. Coral in a clearance. White coral, 9mm rounds, more to the point, in a clearance. Wow. $29.90 is where we should be for 2 strands. Obviously no carat weight, because this is an organic gemstone. So it's all by, all by the measurements of this wonderful gem. So amazing. Please make sure it is ethically sourced. Totally natural, so this hasn't been bleached. Sometimes coral is actually coloured. Tons of you have it in your baskets. Well done, well done. It is a straight battle. If it's not you, it's somebody else basically who's grabbing this opportunity. And look, you can see telephone bidders, web bidders straight away. Should have been $29.90. That's a massive drop. And as I said earlier on, please do not be surprised by these deals. It's going to be throughout the entirety of the hour. Almost 100 in baskets straight away. Have we got quantity of these, Kimbo? Okay, we've got quantity this hour. Well done. So that said, they're going to sell out, aren't they? They will sell out. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's, what did you say, $29.90? So you've got over £20 back in your pocket right there for natural coral of that size as well. Amazing. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. Need to move on, because so much to bring you. Ooh, who likes their big chunky gemstones? Oh, these next 2 are exactly that. Gosh, I tell you what, these are weighty. Now, if you like dainty, delicate, this probably isn't for you. But if you do like substantial, statement jewellery, I don't know why I went all deep voiced, but I did, then these are going to be perfect. Great for him and for her. Like, I would personally just restrand these and wear them as they are. It is, of course, your beautiful pyrite. You have got 2,700 carats of genuine gemstones here. Totally natural, 14mm rounds. How amazing would these be, Laura, as cufflinks?
They would be really, really cool, wouldn't they? Just beautiful. And again, because of the metal colour, they're going to go with so much as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
That mixed metal look, or keep it with the coppers and antique bronze looks, of a vintage feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They'd look amazing with that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
3 strands in total that you're getting here in the plain round, so all of that gorgeous lustre that comes from pyrite as one of the most lustrous of your precious metals. Straight away, well done, web bidders. Telephone bidders, I can see you already there as well. That's the way to do it. Even if you choose not to press your option 1. Madness, Kim says, my producer. Madness, I tell you. Not 23.85. I was glued then to the screen to see what this was going to. Ryan even laughed at me, didn't you, Ryan? You were laughing at me then, weren't you? You're laughing with me? Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Because I was like this, waiting to see what the clearance price point would be. Almost 60 in baskets straight away. Oh, $6.95 for all 3. I mean, you wouldn't pay that for the one, would you? Here, as pointed out earlier on today, I mean, every day is a clearance day here at Jewellery Maker, or it appears to be anyway. This is just... what fun. There's no place I'd rather be right now. No place whatsoever. And if you were thinking about popping out, I bet you're not anymore. I bet you're not. Text in. Were you planning on doing something this morning? And then you went, oh, I didn't realise it was clearance at Jewellery Maker, so I might just stay in now. I'd be doing exactly the same. Stay where you are, $6.95 for all 3, 2,700 carats. Stay where you are, I need to move on. But you have done it. And I'm moving on to sticking to your big, substantial, beautiful, genuine gemstones. These are already pieces of jewellery in their own right. They don't need... masses amount being done to them. Just take the clasps, or add the clasps, and you're good to go. Can I hold one up to the neckline? I think it'll go amazing with what I'm wearing, actually. These are faceted, dyed quartz in a graduation. Look. Aren't they lovely? And you're getting 3 of these, 3 strands. Ready-made necklaces, because the work's been done. They're already knotted. And by the way, they're knotted with kind of like an S-lon. I'm not saying it is S-lon, but kind of like an S-lon, which means they're going to be very secure. So I don't think you're going to have to restrand these at all if you don't want to. So again, great for those of you that are maybe doing, have jewellery making as a business. Multi-buyers straight away. Well done. I'm not surprised. You're getting all 3. Triple trouble, there's 425 carats in each of these strands, and the graduation goes right the way down to these really big substantial gemstones at the bottom. A really lovely sort of chrome diopside green actually, aren't they? Let's bring that chrome diopside in, just hold it next to these. Look. Ah, it's almost on the nose, isn't it? Perfect. Chrome green. I've got no words. Have you? I've got no words for the knotting itself. Hello, Susie in Somerset. I'm supposed to be decluttering my wardrobe, but I'm getting distracted by these deals. And great to see Laura again. See, Laura, everybody loves you. Susie, I'm meant to have been done. That's been on my to-do list for weeks, doing that as well, and it's not happened. Wow, well done. Moving on. Ooh, Kim says. I'm trying to think of the actual television series which does that. Ooh, Mrs. What was that from? Was it Open All Hours? Yes, it was probably before your time. Hey, Kim, you're not that much younger than me, you cheeky monkey. You are younger than me, though, yeah. She's like, yeah. Yeah. All right. I know I'm probably the oldest here. In fact, I know I am. No need to rub it in. And listen, the damage is done. Don't try and make me feel better now. £29.90. It is but a number. You're as old as the man you're feeling. Yeah, I did just say that, didn't I? Genuine blue opal, Peruvian opal, which has not been dyed in any way, shape or form. Look at that gorgeous baby blue. Now, the rarity of blue opal, and I hope I've got enough time to talk about it. I doubt it, however. We've got big quantity of these. The rarity of opal, we know it comes in so many different variations. You can have jelly opal, crystal opal, boulder opal, mosaic opal. You can have coloured opal, which 99.9% of the time has actually been dyed to be that specific colour. The rarity with this here right now is the fact that very specific to that location, and I am talking about potentially maybe even like a metre squared location within Peru, anomalies of nature have occurred which have meant that the opal has absorbed this natural tone that's so exceedingly rare that my former boss, CEO, Steve was saying to us, and I actually asked him about our blue opal, and he said to me, I've never even seen blue opal before. And he's been in the trade for over a decade. Over a decade, certainly one of the largest coloured gemstone buyers in the world. He actually said he'd never even seen it, and it would be an anomaly of nature which is very specific to that one given location in the world. $29.90 is already amazing for 2 strands of natural blue opal. Usually £14.95 for just the one. Still amazing. You're getting both for under £10. For natural blue opal. October babies out there, you're very lucky because you've got a gemstone which is, it's got so many different styles and characters. £5 each, less than. Wow. I hope that all opal lovers are watching right now, because even on our own website, I know we haven't got an abundance of blue opal or pink opal. I know we bring you that as well, and it always is one of our hottest sellers here because you appreciate the rarity, not just of the quality of the gemstones, but also the fact that this is that colour naturally. It's not been dyed. I've brought showcases of coloured opal in the past, you know, whole hour dedicated showcases which have had like sort of tangerine colours, fuchsia pinks, yellows, oranges, greens, but they've all been dyed. Very seldom do I get to bring you natural coloured opal. Well done, stay where you are. 80 carats on each of those strands. That's 160 carats in total. Moving on, stay where you are though. Do stay where you are on those phone lines. Okie dokie. How about some stars? Oh, these are perfect for wish bracelets. I can't believe you've got rose quartz in the sale. Rose quartz is one of the gemstone colours of 2016, isn't it? Because of the obvious, the Pantone colours. I got pointed out about that, by the way, the other day. A customer messaged me saying, please stop saying Pantone. Sorry.
The thing is, the more you say that, the more in your head you're going, don't say it, don't say, don't say.
But I think we've all got our ways, haven't we? We say certain things, like I say, what do you call this? A what? Ear. You say it, Lauren. Ear. 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 See, now, because of my accent, I say, this is your ear. Same as, I'm over by ear. It's my accent, basically. Anyway, totally digress. Look at these, beautiful. Beautiful stars. Now, 210 carats of rose quartz. Look at those. They're lovely, aren't they? I'm thinking straight away these are perfect wish bracelets. Or perfect cufflinks for ladies as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're really cute little necklaces for little girls or
yeah.
something like that. And it'd be good for if you wanted to teach your children jewellery, if you wanted to do parties or anything like that.
That's a nice idea, isn't it? I've only got 100, so we're going to have to go quite quickly. 17.90, yes. Kim's like, Elle, sorry, I've got to bring that price tag in. I've got to interrupt you here because there's loads of you already. So we are here. Who? I don't think you could buy a party game for that price, could you? $4.95. There's 210 carats here. Surely that's going to keep them entertained for at least half an hour, making themselves make themselves a little bracelet to take away with them in their goodie bag.
Well, that's what I was thinking actually. Rather than actually getting them to use them to make it, you could make your own goodie bags and make a little gift for each of the children.
How nice is that? How nice is that? And also keep them entertained at half term. Well done, well oversubscribed. Congratulations, do stay where you are. Okay, how about that gorgeous sparkle that comes from our white crackled quartz? But these are a lovely size and shape. They're not too big, they're not too small. Perfect for your sort of fascinators or your tiaras or your bridal jewellery, and because you can imagine, especially if you're wearing them in a headdress type thing, you don't want it to be too weighty or heavy. You'd like them to have that delicacy, and I do this regularly, is actually look around at sort of prices that some items of jewellery do actually command. If you were to buy a crystal, not even genuine gemstones, that's cut glass. Please don't be one of those that's fooled to thinking that crystal is rare. It's not rare. It's cut glass, basically. If you see crystal in a tiara, in a bridal shop, you'd expect it to be sort of £200, £300 and then some. I know from personal experiences it's been around that kind of price tag. You can make your own. And I think it was Sarah, the lovely Sarah, who, by the way, best wishes from us, darling, from us here at Jewellery Maker. We are thinking of you. You could create your own piece of jewellery. But Sarah was saying, yeah, before I started making jewellery, I bought one of those tiaras. She is okay, by the way, Sarah, just as she's had a bereavement within the family, so our heart goes out to you, my lovely. And she was actually saying she'd have loved to be able to make her own tiara design, and she paid 3 figures for it. Yeah, I know, a lot of my friends did too. $23.85 is where we should be. You're getting a triple strand. Not $23.85. Okay. They should shock you, but hopefully, in fact, I already know you're all thinking, okay, This is a JM clearance, and this is exactly what I know we can do. It's not about profits for us as a business. It is about clearing the vault so that we can launch our spring and summer collections. It's about hopefully extending the jewellery making family, so hopefully inviting lots of new customers to our wonderful passion and hobby, and also thanking our existing and loyal customers here. $6.95 only for gorgeous crackled quartz. In a very versatile shape. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Check out, check out, check out, check out. How many have we got of those, Kim? Hardly any left, she says. Oh, look, little buttons. When did we stock these? I've never seen them. I have got a shirt at home which I keep meaning to buy buttons for. Okay, now I don't need to buy buttons. I'm buying these. You know, when you get a couple missing, it always takes me months to actually go and buy the buttons itself. A, because I haven't got a haberdashery close to me. Can you imagine how high-end it would be to actually have genuine gemstones as a button? They're amazing, aren't they? Look at that chatoyancy, this phenomenal gemstone. Again, you can use these, not just as buttons for your items of clothing, but also for jewellery. Could you anchor on through the centre of those?
You can make a really cool ring with that. So you bring the wire up and then back over and back down again.
Yeah.
So it looks really cool.
A lot easier way of actually making a piece of jewellery with these, because you've got that instantaneous anchor point. They're gorgeous, aren't they? They're 12mm, so kind of like the standard button size, I suppose. I'm thinking straight away these would transform what it could be, a very simple, plain piece of jewellery, piece of clothing, into something absolutely amazing. I mean, how many people can say that they own genuine gemstone buttons? $15.90 is where we should be. Ridiculous. My producer Kim says, this clearance price. I think the best thing is that we don't try and get our heads around it. We just respond and act. I think the best thing is that, like, we just literally get on with it and go with the flow. Helen in Gwent. Hello, Helen, my neck of the woods. So glad I've got the app on my phone. Managed to bag a bargain whilst doing the food shop. Where are you shopping, Helen? Where are you shopping? You've got a JM on in the background. Love it. Yeah. See, if you haven't and you want to download the app, very easy. Listen, I'm an absolute technophobe, and even I've got the app. And Helen would have been missing out on opportunities like this. Download the app, very easy, dead simple to shop, whilst you're doing your shopping as well. $3.95 only. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Moving on. Now, the ruby earlier on, completely and utterly sold out. How about I bring you ruby? Oh, these are beautiful. I want. These are nuggets, but they are faceted by nature, so they're not, they're in their most organic form. How you can imagine this gemstone actually being unearthed from the actual riverbeds of, let me see, I can't see the location as of yet, wherever it might be on this big, beautiful planet. Indian ruby. Look at that. Do you know what? This is some of the best quality of Indian ruby, because Indian ruby can be so dark that it's almost black. These aren't, are they? Very rich, passionate red. Totally and utterly natural. Wow, this is amazing quality. Are you getting triple? Oh, sorry, these are double-stranded as well. So that's, I was counting it here as like this. I beg your pardon. No, they're 360 loops as well of 230 carats. Wow, over 400, gosh, I can't do my maths today, 460 carats of natural Indian ruby, which has got that lovely, gorgeous reds. I personally would just restrand these and layer it up and have the most incredible high-end, high carat weight ruby bracelet. I've never seen these before. I love them. They're some of my favourite rubies, actually. Better than half price. $9.95. I'm just thinking straight away, multi-buy, do that wonderful twist neckline piece. Imagine that in the summer next to a white maxi dress or something like that, where you get that gorgeous glow of Indian ruby, and then maybe a matching few stretchy bracelets. £9.95, beyond half price there. Well done. You've got almost a metre in every single one of these 360 strands. Just a handful of collectors that are on the phone lines, and it is very, very busy. If you do actually get a sort of engaged tone, bear with us. It's a free phone telephone number. Obviously, a lot of eyes are on Jewellery Maker right now, even whilst out doing your shopping. That's the benefits of having our app. I'm not surprised in the least that you're all there. £9.95 only. Do stay where you are. Again, if I move on, doesn't mean you've not been successful. It just means I want to bring you as much as possible. How about a vision of gold? Now, gosh, I always talk about that program where they're actually mining gold, and it always amazes me that Tom's obsessed with that program. He watches it all the time, and I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't change. You know, I get it and I appreciate it, but it's the same thing every week, you know, like, you know, oh gosh, we'll have a little look over here, and I hope we'll meet our quota. And you're like, yes, it's amazingly rare. But one thing that does always strike me is that they're tiny little fragments, aren't they? Which make up and really reminds me to appreciate precious metal itself. The reason why I'm talking about that is because these look, if you just restranded it, like big, substantial, solid gold, a solid gold piece of jewellery. You've got 3,000 carats of hematite with that lovely coating, gorgeous sparkle, and it has got that perfect 18 carat colour, isn't it? You know, it's not too yellowy. It's that perfect 18 carat colour. Should be £23.85. I mean, that's 3 necklaces right there, isn't it? If you just knotted in between.
Yeah, you don't need to do anything. Put some jump rings in between as well, or mix it with the pyrite.
Yes.
Because they're the same size, aren't they?
Yeah, they are the same size. These are 14 millimetres, £5.95. Wait. Please don't wait. Please dial. Look, just like so. Look how gorgeous are they? It looks like 18 karat gold, solid gold to me. I mean, you've got rare, precious, genuine gemstones here. It's so amazing. 60 are in baskets. We only started out with 76, so it was very limited edition. Please do check out as soon as you possibly can. I think this is going to be one of the clearance events of the year, don't you? See, there we go. I've just said it in my funny language. Accent, rather. Of the year. 0800 644 655. Stay where you are. You have done it. And again, these are substantial 14 millimetre rounds, rather. So you can single them out, just one of them, or maybe some shepherd hooks if you want to create a really statement pair of earrings. Wow. 3 necklaces for £5.95. Gone. Well done. You've done it. Stick to the hematite, but this time let's bring you your electric blues. Don't you think this colour is so complimentary of every skin tone? Electric blue. These are faceted, I think they're rice beads, they might be described as. You get a shimmer of purple across the front. Yeah, faceted rice beads. Look at that colour. Oh, with those golds just.
Yeah, they'd get beautiful with that.
They would, wouldn't they?
I love that colour.
I do as well. And I think it's one of those statement colours that really gets noticed and everybody can wear.
You don't need to wear a lot of it
all
either.
season as well.
Yeah, but you don't need to wear a lot of it. You could just have one as an earring, one in a ring,
yeah,
and you'll still get noticed with it. And it's not a classic blue, is it? I can see shades of purples from this angle, just where the light hits
shimmers of gold and everything. Yeah, I totally agree with the actual coating itself. Yeah, I totally agree with Laura. You don't have to use a huge amount of them, but they go through all of the seasons, whether it actually be, you know, winter, spring, summer, or autumn rather. Just beautiful. I almost went into a song then, yeah. 23.85 is where we should be for 3 strands of your blue coloured coated hematite. The measurements of these are 8 by 5 millimetres. tons and tons and tons of you already there. Good job, really, because £5.95 is an incredible deal, and already lots of you, we've got a big quantity, big quantity, but loads and loads and loads of you there. So if you want to, and you've maybe been told that you've missed out on a couple of opportunities, you stand a chance of being successful here. 165 carats, that's why I said earlier on in the hour, it's going to be fast paced, but, and this is a big quantity hour of clearance. We're not talking about just ones and twos. We're not talking about ones and twos. We've got triple figure quantity right now, so grab it as soon as you possibly can. You know, I keep referring to it because I know that my mum does a lot of charity events now. She's part of a group which sells for a charity which is near and dear to them, and she'll go to her local hospital and do just little stalls essentially. I think if you actually put these in a stretchy bracelet on one of those stalls for £5, you're without shadow of a doubt going to get that price. In fact, you could probably ask higher price tag than that, but they'll walk off at that. What a great gift to buy somebody who's maybe in that's maybe in hospital. And genuine gemstones, of course. We've got a text message from Susan in Hampshire. These are great. I use these in a black and electric blue fascinator for a friend's wedding. Got so many compliments and commissions for it. I'm not surprised, especially the fascinator, because you're going to see it there, aren't you? You're going to see those lovely colours, and you're going to see the coating as well, so it's not just those blues, you'll get the purple and the golds that Laura's referring to. Well done. Got to move on. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Moving on to, oh, these have been grabbing my attention. Now these are not shy and retiring. Who loves zesty? Who loves spessartite garnet? One of the rarest colours, which is, in fact, orange as a gemstone is one of the rarest colours. Oh, these are incredible. Ooh, these are all the rage, this colour right now. Oranges and mustards, warm colours like this, all the rage. Look at these. 350 carats on each strand of gorgeous orange banded agate. I'm loving these. It's like a Saharan sunset, isn't it? Especially, where is it? This one here. You can actually see almost the horizon itself. But every single one will be as unique as you and I should be. Incredibly, 2385. They're 12mm rounds, and they're faceted rounds as well. What would you do with these, Laura? Because I think these are, you know, they are obviously a statement.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
perfect for the races and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. If you think of just having one as a base and then maybe using a more gentler, sort of smaller size stone around it, you could have one with the copper wire and just have it in the centre. You know, you like that cage design that I do, like that tassel.
I love that design.
And they're an ideal size for that. And again, they're going to lend themselves beautifully to the copper and the antique bronze, and it's going to change the tone.
The red wire that you had in the first kit would look incredible with these as well, wouldn't they?
And it's going to change the tone of the gemstone as well.
Love it. Absolutely adore these. Oh my goodness. How much have you got on your way? But if you're not, if you're watching today and you're not wanting to get tempted, you best avert your eyes, to be truthful, because £6.95. I mean, these are deals and price points that we have been bringing you over and over and over again since 8 o'clock this morning, and that is only set to continue as it is on for the entirety of the weekend. But start as we mean to go on. £6.95 only for beautiful, individual, striking gemstones. You've got your very definition of sunflower yellow here, to your beautiful, zesty, juicy oranges, to your rich and intense Sahara reds. And you'd pay more than that for one strand, wouldn't you? Without doubt. Well done. Stay where you are. You've done it. Just because I move on, you know, doesn't mean you've not been successful. Stay where you are. But okay, okie dokie. My producer's words. She just said, Kim, I don't know why this is in clearance. No, I don't either. No, why is it in clearance? Why is anything in clearance, to be honest, but... So you've got the lovely pearly colour, gorgeous iridescence, and you've got a silver, and you've got a lovely electric blue. Not just jewellery making, these are great for your textiles, great for your interior design, fabulous for your card making. If I just get one of these out, bear with, just so you can actually see the texture. You can sew onto these, you can create gorgeous textured designs, lovely iridescence, perfect for things like your curtain ties or your pillowcases. Gorgeous colour as well, isn't it? Again, those flashes of electric blue then with a combination of that Paraiba turquoise tone. Should be £19.90 for 60 metres of your lovely knitted ribbon. And we talk about, obviously we are Jewellery Maker, so specifically that is our interest, but many of you are creative and obviously invest those talents in all different creations and hobbies. So this is one which is going to go across all of those. For your gifts, I love to give a gift which has been wrapped nicely. I just think, to me, it sort of says that, you know, you've invested your time in it. I think this would be lovely just in a bow around a piece of, around one of your presents. Similarly, if you've got children, these would be great as hair designs. Scrunchies are all the rage right now. They've come back. Yeah, 90s style, 90s fashion is back in. So scrunchies, ladies, remember those? These would be fab for that. £4.95 for 60 metres. I don't think you could buy 1 metre in a certain establishment for that price, could you?
No. And again, to me, that's something that I would buy just because it might not be something that I use primarily in my medium.
Yeah.
But it's always nice to play about with different designs and different mediums, as I found out today. So it's something that I think, do you know what, I'm going to get some of that and have a play about and see what I can do with it. Worst case, I'll give it to my children if I don't get on with it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you're right in saying that. I think when you have something like this in your drawer or in your stash or something, you don't realise how much you're going to... And you might not think then and there, right, I'm going to use this for that. But there will come times... I mean, anybody that does their sort of knitting or their crocheting, yeah, there's nothing stopping you doing those kind of techniques with this. Snoods or long scarves or fringing.
My mum makes snoods. She's made me and Kayla a snood.
Yeah, love it. Love a snood. £4.95 only. Well done. You've done it, you've done it, you've done it. Now, moving on to trapezoids. I love saying that. Trapezoids. Trapezoids. I don't know why. It's a good word, isn't it? It is a good word, but they're your black crackle trapezoids. Triple strand, or triple opportunity rather. That gorgeous steely inky black, but a softer black, you know? So maybe sometimes you don't want grey, but you don't want maybe a spinel or your onyx or your jet. You want it to be slightly softer. This is a little, you know, it's a contemporary gemstone and a contemporary colour, while still maintaining a certain element of softness. Should be £26.85. It is super, super busy with us here today. Super busy. Pretty much every single opportunity that I've brought you in this clearance has sold out. Pretty much. And if it hasn't, there's probably 1s and 2s remaining. And this hour, we've actually got big quantities. They measure 12 by 8 millimetres. You're looking at 390 carats in total. My goodness, this is why. I mean, £5.95. You'd pay more than that for 1 strand. We're giving you what it should be, and then we're going straight down to our clearance price. I mean, let me just sort of explain probably the obvious. Those of you that shop with us here at Jewellery Maker, we simply can't spend lots of time on any opportunity because it's not about profits for us here in our clearance. It's about clearing the vault so we can bring you spring and summer collections, new incredible launches. We have got shipments always continuously on the way, but of course when it comes to the beginning of a season, when there is often a change of colour, which is on vogue or in fashion, shall we say, we'll have a big substantial delivery, and that's why a lot of retailers, not just us, a lot of retailers tend to have sort of clear the decks, I suppose. Well done, super busy. Valerie, Sharon, hello to you. Jean, Julie, Violet, hello to you. Cambridge, Kate, Genevieve, you've done it. I can't read everyone's names. £5.95 only. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. I need to move on. A quadruple. 1, 2, 3. Just checking I had them all. We're talking about kids' parties. I think there's going to be a revival of peach this year. I was asking the other day, who was a peach bridesmaid? Who had the peach puffy dress?
I think I was. I think to my auntie.
Did you have the shoulders?
Yeah, I think I was very little, probably about 7 or 8.
And the floral headdress? I really wanted to be a peach bridesmaid, but I never was.
I was either peach or blue, I can't remember.
I could have peach bridesmaids. You're right there, Kim. And I could make them wear the peach puffy 80s style dresses.
With the flowers.
With the flowers and everything. I do think it's going to be a bit of a peach revival this year. I do. It's a lovely colour, isn't it? It is really nice. Doesn't have to have the big puffball sleeves. You know the ones like of Dallas. You've got 6-year-olds everywhere looking like Joan Collins. Look at that gorgeous stone. You are a quadruple. Quadruple opportunity, yeah. You know, as in Joan Collins' fashion sense, not as in Joan Collins herself. That would be a bit weird. As in Joan Collins' dynasty-style fashion. With attitude as well, the attitude of. Anyway, totally digressed. I haven't got time for all this dilly-dallying, have I? 80s revival in your peachy tones. I do think it's going to be the case. £31.80 is where we should be for all 4 strands. They're a lovely simple rectangular shape. Just take one and wire wrap it. Gorgeous. If you're wondering why our graphics are taking so long, it's because it has warning signals being flashed at my producer with every single one of these clearance opportunities, because it is going way beyond. You know, we're actually losing money, not gaining it. And like I said, I'm just telling you that as somebody with a vested interest in you getting amazing deals right here, right now. There's no better time than in the clearance. 0800 644 655, £8.95 for all 4. Beautiful. Kind of like, if you love your sunstone, you'll adore your orange crackle quartz. If you love your andesine that I was talking about earlier on, you'll love your crackled quartz.
To me, from here, I thought you were going to say it was peach moonstone.
It does.
From this distance, obviously, because it's got like a shimmer to it, just from the angle here. When you were doing that, I was waiting for you to say it was peach moonstone.
There we go. That speaks volumes, doesn't it? Sunstone was, moonstone, sunstone, very similar in their appearances.
From the distance, and that shade of that peach.
It's a lovely colour,
it's that lovely soft peach colour, and it go lovely with those inky grey black.
Yeah, they would be amazing.
Gemstones we had earlier.
£8.95. That's incredible. Got a text message, and please do keep them coming in. We love hearing from you. Sally in Nottinghamshire. Morning, ladies. Can you please suspend the clearance for a bit? Today's parcel has just arrived, and I can't do 2 things at once. Sally, the thing is, this is on all weekend. I'll tell you what to do. You can open your parcel at 9 o'clock tonight.
That's never going to happen. No, that's like putting a pile of pancakes in front of you and saying, wait until 9 o'clock tonight. It's not going to happen.
Hey.
Or pineapple.
Don't name and shame me with the pancakes. Hey. I did have pancakes this morning.
Or pineapple, the same.
Oh, pineapple, yeah, I'm big into my pineapple at the moment. Yeah, absolutely, it is. It's kind of like putting kids in the sweet shop and saying, no, you can't have any. You can't have any. Yeah, I get it, I get it. I know it's hard to focus. Well, no, I think the dilemma is that we're distracting. We're distracting with the clearance, and she's got a parcel to open, so she's saying, when can we suspend it for a bit? No, you'll have to do it tonight, I'm afraid. You're going to have to open it tonight, otherwise we are going to distract you, my lovely. Or do it really quickly in a break.
Just open one while you're talking, just open one quickly, then go back.
Yeah.
See, there's
or in a break.
Yeah.
In fact, 15 minutes time, you might just have time to open it. Okay. Oh, I love a raspberry coulis. On meringue. And that might sound random. It is a bit random. But this is a perfect raspberry coulis colour. Even with the sort of glossiness, I suppose, that you get with that lovely sweet, what do you call it? coolie, basically. Fast and Furious, you've got 300 carats here in this triple treble. Again, we've got that lovely shape that you just saw with the orange. What I love about quartz is a gemstone which is massively underappreciated, I think. It is rare, and by the way, with your crackled quartz, it has to have amazing clarity. Bear with me on this, because you might be thinking, well, Eleanor, the graphics say crackled. Bear with me. It has to have clarity. And the reason for that, if it didn't have clarity, you wouldn't be able to see the crackling itself. So you take a gem quality quartz, it's heated up to a very high temperature, and then it is quenched. And then you get these lovely, excuse me, textures across the exterior and interior of the gemstone. Absolutely durable. So please don't think that it's a brittle gemstone, because it really isn't. And given the fact that quartz is quite, as a gemstone, its crystal structure is quite rough, it means it can absorb amazing colours. So it's impregnated with a dye, kind of submerged within a dye, and that's how you get these lovely colours, and it actually runs through the crackling itself. Love it. So yeah, I think it is underappreciated. Currently, that might change. £23.85. Clearance price of £6.95. I'm just going to revert back to I was watching one of our close competitors, shall we say, and they sell lots of collections, not just jewellery, they do all sorts of things. I can't say who they are, but it's probably one of the biggest shopping channels that you can imagine. Anyway, I was watching that the other day, and there was a specific jewellery designer that we always talk about. I actually own one of her pieces of jewellery, and they were selling quartzite, which was simply... They were actually round, that's absolutely fine, simply stranded together, not even knotted together, and then they had a small section of jump rings in the centre. £70. £70. And by the way, that's actually at a good discount for that brand, that designer herself. You, with your skills, can actually replicate that at less than that now, well, less than £6.95, because you've actually got 3 strands here. Well done. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Make sure you do check out. Guess what? I've got smoky quartz coming up next. Okay. Kim, my producer, is saying probably my favourite bundle so far. Smoky quartz. Is Linda Brumwell watching right now? I hope so. These are a lovely shape and size, 10mm plain rounds. We should be £15.90. Really? Can I hold one of these out so you can just see the quality of the smoky quartz? Beautiful clarity. They're amazing, aren't they? You're not just getting the one though, you're getting the 2. 10mm plain rounds. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Should be £15.90. I smell food here in the studio. Someone's eating something yummy. My sense of smell has definitely gone up since being pregnant. Look at these gorgeous colours. It's like a rich espresso coffee. Sorry, espresso. Tom would tell me off because I pronounce it wrong sometimes. Let's bring the price in straight away. Kim says, don't even try and comprehend it. Just accept it. Okay? She's not wrong, is she? I won't try and get my head round it, Kim. It's going to be one of life's... You know, I think it's going to be one of life's predicaments that we'll never, ever, ever be able to solve. How on earth does Kim, the producer at Jewellery Maker, bring 500 carats of smoky quartz at £4.95?
I don't know, but I'm going in 10 minutes. I'm going to see if I can get some.
Fair enough. Laura says, I'll go and get some myself. Don't blame you. I don't think we should even try and try and get our heads round. It's, to me, like quantum physics. It is, isn't it? It's that complex.
I don't think I'll get one, though, to be honest.
I hate to break it to you. Can you see? Can you see how many? 100 are in baskets. How many have we got left? Because our Laura wants some. About 30. It's not going to happen, Laura. No, sorry.
Fine,
20.
It's fine.
15.
I've got the rest of the day and the whole weekend off.
That's true. You deserve it, actually. You do deserve that time off. Well done. Okay, monochrome's at its best. Ooh, look at these. They're uniquely fat. Stay on those phone lines, by the way, because I think you're just going to go, yeah, go on, add it to my order. How many times have you done that today? Yeah, me too. Look at these. It is your black rutile quartz. So you've got wonderful, like impressionist art, asterisms, shards running through the centre of the gemstones. Look how they're faceted as well. Plain squares, yeah, obviously, but they're faceted, or drilled rather, through the top. These are fab, aren't they?
I've not seen them before.
No, me. I'm trying to think of...
I've not seen that type of drill cut before, not on that shape, on that sort of square shape.
No.
That's really, really cool. I like that.
There's only 95 of these. You've got the 3 strands of 115 carats each. Totally and utterly natural. One of the most modern and contemporary gemstones in terms of how it looks. Obviously, no gemstone is modern. Some of them are millions of years old. But one of the most striking and thought-provoking, I guess, characteristics, and every single one will be totally and utterly unique. Should be £26.85. I love the fact that these are drilled the way they are. Makes them very unique, and I think opens whole new avenues.
Yeah.
Rendered speechless. I've got 2 more bundles that I can squeeze in this hour. But don't go anywhere, because the clearance does continue. If you're with us on Freeview, get us on the web. All the W's at JewelleryMaker.com. You're not going to want to miss out, believe me. £6.95 only for black rutile quartz. A very striking gemstone, which is very seldom seen, actually, in many high street jewellers because of the complexity of faceting it, given the fact that you've got those really incredible angled shards, which means that gemstone can sometimes split. Stay where you are on those phone lines. How about a vision of colour? In complete contrast, you've got monochromes to the colour coming here. A shape that you've already seen previously in the electric blue. Laura, you're going to love these.
I do, I love that. I just love it from here.
There's 4.
Wow.
Yeah, fascinators. Amazing and fascinators. We had a text message from one of our lovely jewellery makers saying, yeah, I had loads of comments at a friend's wedding for wearing... this shape of gemstone, it was hematite, but it had an electric blue coating. Look at that in fascinators. Imagine these as well. Day at the races. Who's off to Cheltenham races in March? I'm sure Jenny Cleary will be there. I'm sure she will. Who's off to Ascot? That's in June, I think.
My friend goes. My friend goes every year.
Yeah, it's a lovely day out. It's a really nice day out. And what I love about the Cheltenham races is that, you know, you do, because the weather's brightening up somewhat. I went in the winter and you're wrapped up and you're rained on. You don't look, you're wearing practically wellies, basically. You don't dress up for that one. But in the March, you can start pulling out your fascinators and your hats and things like this. So I think this is going to be fabulous as a fascinator. Oh, I've got a big quantity, big quantity. Who has tuned in to the wonderful Linda Brumwell and seen her fascinator creations? We are stocking I forget what they're called, the bases to fascinators and hats, etc. So these on simple tiara twists would be just amazing, wouldn't they?
Yeah, because they catch the light. So if you had them sort of, what you can also do is put them on slightly thicker gauges of wire and put some crimp beads on so that they stop, or coil them, so they're just kind of suspended up in the air.
Like a peacock feather.
Yeah, like on like a spray.
Oh, someone please do a peacock with these. A peacock feather light design. Should be £35.80, not today. 4 strands. 8 by 5 millimetres for £7.95. 4 strands of hematite. Again, keep it very simple if you want to. Keep it in just a simple stretchy bracelet. They'd be absolutely stunningly beautiful. Amazing. You created sort of flora and fauna designs lately, Laura. I think that's very much been your inspiration.
Yeah.
This would be perfect for that, those kind of iridescence. I mean, you did that dragonfly.
Yeah.
With the zari. Was it zari thread?
Yeah, zari thread. Yeah.
Imagine this alongside those
beautiful
zari
as
threads.
the body. That would be absolutely stunning as the body.
Yes.
And then you could have the wings. You could butterfly wings. It'd be lovely as a butterfly body, or Little mini
idea.
flowers, wow.
I love that idea. And you'd only take one, wouldn't it, as the
Yeah.
actual body itself. $7.95 only. Well done, well done, well done. Now I've got time to bring you one more opportunity, I think, this hour. But like I said, clearance it's not going anywhere. It is, without shadow of a doubt, one of the biggest events of the year, I think, here at Jewellery Maker. Time to bring just one more in. Look, 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 look. Have I got you with the next hour, Laura?
No, you have Prue.
I've got Prue. Can we show off Laura's design as well? Can we show off Laura's design? Okay, if we get a chance, we'll nip across. Look at these. $23.85. $170 carats on each strand of your beautiful pink, but raspberry pink quartz. 0800 644 655 is the number to give us a call on. Press your option 1. Love those shapes, very simple.
Again, they're going to lend themselves to the macrame. If you got that first kit and you had those copper beads and those beautiful colours, it's going to be a beautiful addition. It makes me think of a smoothie.
So yeah, I think of raspberries, you think of smoothies. Yeah, I agree. It's quite sweet, isn't it? It's a sweet colour. Bring that price tag in for you. 10 by 8 millimetres. Our graphics have been ever so slow, and the reason for that is because these are not, we'll go way, way, way beyond even cost prices for us this morning. $6.95 for all three. Well done. Absolutely staggering. I love the fact you've got the different tones as well. Some are a little bit more powder pink, some are a little bit more intense or bordering on red, I suppose. And looks beautiful with, some of the rose quartz I think would be fair. So rose gold spaces would be amazing with these as well. Absolutely beautiful. Well done. Do stay where you are and check out any of the items that I've brought you so far, if they're still available, as many have sold out already. Massive congratulations to you with this opportunity. There's still a few remaining, but they are flying, as with everything that we've brought you so far in this hour. Well done. Nice to have your company this morning. I'm not going anywhere. I am with you for the next hour as well. And then you have the lovely Prue joining you as well for your afternoon show. Now, let's take a wander over to see our gorgeous Laura, because we're saying goodbye to her this morning, and bless her, you've earned your days off this weekend. But also I want to show you this wonderful piece that you've created there, lovely. So I tell you what, challenge Laura, and you absolutely have risen to that challenge. So stunning. I love that combination of your red and
it's
your
really
green.
beautiful. That red is just stunning, and it's the first time I've worked with those wires, and they're just really beautiful to work with. And I haven't used anything that's not in that kit.
There we go. So this was the second kit that Laura actually was given, and because Laura wasn't actually scheduled for this morning's show due to illness, and she's very kindly said she'd come and join me and done this literally live on air. What a lovely design. So we'll upload pictures to our Facebook page. Again, I love the colour, just because you have got such a unique... It is more, how did we describe it? The other one was more of a pillar box red.
This is like a ruby red. To me, it's like a metallic red. It's got that depth to it.
It has. It's slightly darker in its tone. When are you back with us, lovely?
Tuesday morning.
Oh, so not much of not much
I'm
of
going to
a
be
break.
working, but I'll be sat watching the clearance whilst I'm working, so it's not too bad.
There we go. So you're going to be here, did you say?
Tuesday morning with Becky, I think it is, on the morning show. Yeah.
There we go. So do tune in to our Laura on Tuesday. Don't go anywhere though, because you have got Prue coming up in the next. I've got tea. I did just say brew then. Sorry, Prue. It's because I'm thinking, tea. I'm with you for the next hour, and then Prue will be joining you from 1 o'clock. So please don't go anywhere. More amazing clearance deals after this.
Did you know